super prepared for today. All my so ready to start this last minute right now. Working? There it is. Hear myself? I think so. Not anymore.
Test. 1 2 1 2. We're here. We are also very prepared for this stream. And by that I mean, while you're loading the game, I'm gonna go grab a drink.
Controller. Directly into the startle anyone.
On the plus side, I have snacks.
Oh ho ho ho! What you snacking on?
I've never seen a Big Star sandwich place in Ontario. Do they have those there?
Big Star Sandwich. No.
Okay, I think it's a local. I don't even know if they're a chain or if they just have like one thing. Let's see. There is a few places. There are 3.
Okay.
No, there are far more than 3.
Okay.
Okay, but it is like a chain sandwich shop. There's like one in each of the Vancouver area cities.
So it's a BC sandwich
I don't
chain.
know. It must be Canadian, right?
I don't know. I could not tell you.
Yes. In fact, if you go on their website, they have a map, and the map is just of the Vancouver area.
Okay.
Neat.
Makes sense. Welcome back to
Support your
Raincode.
local small business sandwich shops. Oh wait, no, this is not the outro. This is the intro. Shit. Go ahead.
Yeah, wrong side. Welcome back to Raincode. Oh boy. I'm so excited. We get to investigate. Secret Lab.
Secret tunnel.
The tunnels? Or hallways in the tunnels?
We haven't found them yet. But they are. I mean, what's the difference if it's an underground facility? This stream is starting so great.
I think if there's if there's no structure on the other side of the wall of a hallway and it's just dirt on the other side, that is a tunnel. If it's just a hallway, but it's a hallway and there's rooms on either side, even if you can't see into the rooms, that's still a hallway.
Okay. So we are exploring hallways, but we're looking for the tunnel that connects to the lab, because there's definitely some other way into that lab, as far as we know. Unless the killer used magic.
We don't know. It could be
So
literally
far, none of the
anything.
kills have used magic.
So far, none of them have used magic. No. The only one with magic is us, and is to kill the culprits.
Well, and our buddies.
It's ESP, not quite magic.
So you've successfully navigated through the strange previous zone.
Yes.
And we're now locked into this investigation. All right.
Now locked in the intercom.
このインターホンは博士の研究室とつながって
This
いる
intercom is connected to the doors to the doctor's lab. I spoke to Dr. Weska a few times over this.
今回の事件の
We were talking on the intercom when the
このイ
incident
ンター
started.
ホンでやり取りしてるウエスカ博士僕たちが
Dr.
迎えに行
Weska,
き
I'll
ます
come get you. Can you shut off the security on your end?
解除してもらえます
Oh. Wait. What the?
なんだ
ウエスカ博士
Dr. Weska?
どうしたんです
What's
か
wrong?
なんだ
Wait.
誰だお前
Who
は
are you?
助けてくれ
Somebody come help me.
博士
Doctor?
博士
Doctor?
あの時博士は何者かに襲われていただとす
You
ると
probably put like
あの時点ですでに
the button that turns off the security on like a life alert or something, just in case.
Fair.
Like, what if you just fell and you fucking broke an ankle and you're just sitting there on the floor? You gonna drag yourself over to the button? And let someone in to come help you?
If it's not a total incapacitation, yes, I suppose so. But if it is total incapacitation, then you're screwed.
Yeah, what if like a shelf falls on you and you're just trapped under there?
That
You're
was
just
just
gonna
poor
die-
planning on your part,
Yeah,
I
you're
guess.
gonna die in a lab. The doctor was attacked by someone. That means the intruder was already inside at the time.
おそらく例の殺し屋
So it
だ
has to have been the hitman.
問題はど
How
う
did
や
he
って
get
侵
inside?
入したのかってことだセキュリティは稼働した
Security
ままで
system is still active,
誰で
so
あろ
it
うと
should have
出入り
been
は不可能
impossible to
だったはず
enter.
なのに侵入者はど
How
こ
did
か
the killer
ら
get
侵
in?
入して
Who did he go after murdering the doctor?
どこ
It's a fucking mystery, Yuma.
ここはエアロック室だね。一応手がかりがないか調べ
This is the airlock. Let's check it out in case there's any clues.
怪しさ満点だよ。
Ooh, that sure is suspicious.
Is it?
これが除染装置か
This is the decontamination device.
隣の毒ガス室から
Toxic
毒ガ
gas
スが出た際
leaks from the other
外部に漏れ
chamber.
ないように
This
する
device
た
is
めの
supposed to
装
ensure
置
it
に
doesn't
している
spread.
通気口の中はどう
What's
なって
inside
る
the
んだろう
vents? I want to scope it out further, but I'm too short.
僕のせだと
ご主人様、自分が言う
Did you forget you're a ghost right now?
そう
Oh,
か
right.
こうすれば
I can just do this.
すごい
You very suddenly have complete control over all of his cool ghost powers.
Complete control? Probably not, but you know.
Oh,
という大
I'm
学
floating.
便利な探偵特殊能力だよね。
No kidding! The spectral projection is such a convenient forte.
貧血ヴァンパイアが最初の事件から調査に参加
If that anemic vampire joined the investigation from the start, this could have gone much faster.
そうかもしれないけど
Maybe, but there's no point in debating it now.
通気口には格子状の蓋
The
が
vent
は
has
め
a
られ
cover
てい
with
る
bars on it.
その
Looks
奥
hollow
は
inside.
空洞になっているみたい暗くてよく見えないな
Too dark to say for certain.
この蓋ショーツ内がついて
Cover has a hinge on it.
簡単に開
It
閉
looks
で
like
き
it
る
can
み
be
たい
opened. It can be easily opened and closed.
あ
Oh,
Yeah, like if
だから触れない
if the vent system is meant to vent out from both the shock room and the this room, then it must be connected because it has to vent it to some place, right?
yeah. In theory, it doesn't necessarily have to be a place that goes outside or has to be accessible from crawling one to the other. But, like, yeah, in theory, it would make sense to route them to the same, like, external venting system. Or somewhere that they can mix large quantities of air in with the toxic gas to neutralize it. Oh, that's right. Can't touch it since I'm a ghost right now.
だったら手で開ける必要もないな
But there's no need to open it with my hand. I can just stick my head inside.
中は結構広々としているな
There's a lot of space in here.
ねえ、ここって抜け道になって
Hey,
るんじゃない
maybe this was the way out. The intruder must have come through here.
なんだそんなことか。これでブワッ
So that's it, right? That solves everything.
これは除染装置の本体か
This is the main part of the
除染中はこの
decontamination
羽が回
device.
って空気を
During
吸い込むんだ
decontamination, the fins rotate to suck out air.
奥に人が入れるような構造にはなってない
The structure isn't built for someone to get inside. It's designed to filter air and nothing else.
これじゃ抜け 道としては使えないよ。
This couldn't be used as an escape route.
まあそうだよね。密室に抜ける
Well, having an easy escape out of a locked room is like covering your pizza in anchovies.
どういう意味？
Who does that?
How's that?
台無しってことギャッ
Because it ruined the whole thing.
Man, Shinigami's got some opinions.
ああ、そう。
Sure.
蓋がか
You know, I think I've met one person that likes anchovies on pizza. And that's it.
I've never had anchovies, so could not tell. The cover is easy to open and close, probably for maintenance.
とりあえず覚えておくだけ覚えておこうか。何かの手がかりになる
There's no harm in remembering this. It could be a clue for something else.
Airlock decontamination device. The device exists to prevent leakage from the toxic gas chamber.
こっちこっち
Over here.
やってきました。今日
We've arrived. It's the dangerous toxic gas chamber.
侵入者を感知すると毒ガスが噴霧される。
That's a detect an intruder. You'll puff out toxic gas. It's a room with a terrifying contraption.
今は解除されてるから問題ない。
It's disarmed, so there's nothing to worry about.
感知されない。
Also, you're a ghost, so it wouldn't detect you anyway, as far as we know.
Far as we know. Let's check this out too.
俺様ちゃんもなんか探してあげる。
I'll find out for you.
Toxic gas vent.
ここから例の毒ガスが出てくるんだな。
So this is where the toxic gas comes out.
かなり凶悪な毒ガスなんだよね。
It's supposed to be super fatal, right?
Yeah,
毒ガ
toxic
ス
gas
は
is
強力な
bacterial,
細菌
so
性で
regular gas
一
masks
般
aren't
的な
supposed
ガ
to
ス
work
マスク
against
は
it.
通用しないらしい。息を止めていても皮膚から感染し、
Even if you hold
有
your
効な
breath,
治療薬
it'll be
はこの
absorbed
世
through
には
the
存
skin,
在しない。
and there's no treatment for it in the world.
Ah, yes, cloud kill.
Yes,
多少
cloud
の
kill.
時間がかかるけど、
The bacteria takes time to spread through your
確実
body.
に死亡するらしい。
Supposedly die after 30 minutes.
Every player always asks, "Oh, can I hold my breath?" No, it's cloud kill.
No. Someone said you'd need a spacesuit to move through here safely.
全くおぞましい装置を作ったんだ。
That's a scary trap.
これを作
Whoever invented it won't have a peaceful death. Oh, I wonder who invented it. Wait, that already happened. Yeah.
この部屋にも
It's fucked up.
抜け道や抜け穴はな
There
さ
doesn't
そう
seem
だ
to be a secret exit,
まあ
which makes
毒ガス
sense,
室に抜け穴なんか
as it
大
defeat the
変だ
purpose
け
of
ど
having a toxic gas chamber.
だとすると侵入者はどうやって毒ガス
If that's the case, how did the intruder get through the chamber?
今のところは
Right now,
全くわ
I
から
have
ない
no
よ。
idea. Toxic gas is bacterial, so regular gas masks are ineffective against it.
次行ってみよ
Next one.
One investigation point per room?
う。
Wow.
最後のパネル室にやってきました。
And we have arrived at the last room, the panel chamber.
床の 3×3 の9つに分割
There are 9 panels divided in a 3x3 grid, and you must step on them in the order that the doctor set.
もし間違えたら怖い。
One mistake, you get zapped with high voltage.
高圧電流が単なる脅しじゃないんだ。
The high voltage
実際に
isn't just a
アマ
threat.
ゾンで確認済みだ。
Seeing what happens to Automaton.
今はセキュリティが解除されているから問題
Not
な
a
い。
problem since security is disarmed at the moment.
それにご主人様も俺様ちゃんも幽体だし。
Also, you're still a ghost, and you could just float.
Yep. Time panels 3x3. Step on them special order to proceed.
It's a bit weird that we're getting all the solution keys to things that, you know, we already knew.
Yeah.
パネル室にある除染装置だ。
This is the decontamination device in the panel chamber.
これも隣の毒ガス
It's
室
here
か
to
ら出た
purify
毒
any
ガスを
toxic
除
gas
染
that
する
escapes
ための
from
も
the
のみた
chamber
いだ
next
けど、
door.
エアロック室の除
But
染
the
装
cover
置と
doesn't
違って
open and close like
こ
the
っちのは
decontamination
蓋が
device in
開
the
閉で
airlock.
きる仕組みじゃないな。当然、人が
No way someone can fit
手に入れたりはできないだろう。
Like the decontamination device in the airlock chamber, the cover of the one in the panel chamber cannot open or close.
Okay. Weird distinction.
Yeah.
注文。
ここが一連のセキュ
And
リティ
here's
の
what
ホー
all
ル
the
だ。
security was protecting.
このスイッチを
Pressing this switch opens the door to the doctor's lab.
さっきも僕らはここまで
We managed to get this far earlier thanks to Amaton and Kabuki's forte.
特殊能力
あの時のことがそうまと
I see it's all flashing right before my eyes.
いよいよだなマイメン
早くスイッチを押
Looks
せ。
like this is it, my man. Hurry up and hit that switch.
あのスイッチめがけてアマ
You
タン
just stretch
の腕を伸ば
Amaton's
せる
arm
んだ
out to that switch.
こっちは急いでるっつうのに。
We're in a hurry. And this door is moving so slowly.
ユーマ、もう十分だろ。
Yeah, Yuma, that should be good enough. Hurry up and move the Amaton through the crack in the door.
そうだ。さっき
Yeah,
研究
didn't the
員の人
researcher
が言ってたっ
mention
け
when arms extended, no other controls will function?
まずは腕を戻さな
I
いとい
guess
け
I
な
need
い
to
の
pull
か。
back the arm first.
これで動かせそうだな。
Now we can move again. Hurry, Yuma.
なんだか扉を開けてからな
Hey, remember the trouble you had waiting for the door to open.
この扉が開くの
It opened really slowly. He also had to retract Amaton's arm.
で急いで中に入ろうとしたところで
We tried to hurry inside, but Yamaton suddenly fell over.
でも段差や障
There are
害
no
物の
steps or
他に
obstacles.
どうして
Why did that
あなたは
happen?
急に倒れ
当然逃げる犯人に突き飛ばされたんでしょ
I'm sure it was pushed by the fleeing culprit.
まあそ
Has to be
う
it.
じゃないよな。
Which means we passed by the culprit as we headed out.
犯人は僕
まだ怪しいところがあるよね
The pound chamber was designed to open slowly.
Okay, so I can see the first vent room. If he rushed past the Yamaton, he could hide in the vents until we left that area. Because we had to go inside, and then the security showed up behind us. So he
Yeah.
could have escaped there. But we still don't know how he would have gotten to this room in the first place.
Hmm.
Unless he was following the Amaton from the beginning.
Yeah.
But
ご主人様頑張
that seems a little ridiculous.
Yeah. Because I believe that. Yeah, and the door
Seen him in the
locks
grid.
anyway. Like the door to the gas chamber, it locked once we went through,
Okay, yeah.
and it purged this room of the toxic gas. The Dr. Huesca, when that door opened, would poisoned.
So I think how he got out is somewhat solved.
Yeah.
How
The
we got me.
peacekeepers are here.
だから心配いらないって
No need to worry. Hey, he can't see you at all.
でもなんかやりづ
It
らいんだ
still
よ
feels pretty weird. Dr. Huesca. Oh, Amaton's still here. Vent. Vent.
小さな換気口が
There's
あ
a
る
small vent here.
蓋が完全に固
It's
定
not
され
large
てる
enough
し
for a person to get
とても
through,
人が
and the
出入
cover
り
is
できる
fixed
大
in
きさじゃない
place.
な。
ここから犯人が出入りしたんだとしたら
The only culprits that could easily get through here would be fairies or gnomes.
Tiny vent in the critical lab, but the cover is fixed in place. Not large enough for a person to pass through. Dishes. Food cabinet.
缶詰やペットボトルの
Canned
水が
food and
並んで
water
る
bottles here.
ここにあるのは食料
Looks
品
like
みたいだ
food.
けど
All looks like food. There isn't much left.
こんな質素な食料で何ヶ月も引きこもるなんて
The guy wasn't right in the head if he was surviving for months on such plain food.
確かに
Yeah, it's fairly strange. Canned food and bottles of water inside the lab. However, not much of it either remains. Sink work then. What is the faucet for? You load it. You like
まだ怪しい
pop
と
open
こ
a
ろが
drawer and load a bottle in.
Maybe I don't know. The water's not non-portable.
Maybe, yeah.
保安部員たちが何か話して
Peacekeepers
る
are still talking.
一体
Wonder what else they
何を
have
話
to
してる
say.
んだろう
ところでこの殺されたじいさんのこと
By the way, you know anything about this dead old guy?
Yeah, I work security here. The Keys was famous in the worst possible way. Took advantage of people for his research. Didn't care how many were sacrificed. Seemed to have gotten even more and more arrogant over the last few years. 3 years ago, the higher-ups canned his big project. Lived as a shut-in after that.
大きな研究
Big project.
それって
The same one Makoto mentioned?
以前彼が手掛けていた大きな
He was part of a big project that was canceled in the past. He shut himself in there ever since.
それがホモンクルスの研究だったのか。
There's really no way to verify now if the research was about homunculi.
しかもこのじいさんは耳を悪くして実はほとんど何も聞こえない状態
The
だっ
old
た。
man was hard of hearing, so he couldn't really hear what anyone said.
他人の意見なんて
When it comes to other people, their words literally fell on deaf ears.
それでも
That being said, he could read
会話は
lips.
できたらしいけどな。
Oh, that's why he couldn't. That's why he said "fuck off" to Makoto. That's why he didn't want anyone with a mask at the intercom.
Oh. Yep. That makes a lot of sense. Did Makoto didn't know that?
唇の動きで何を喋って
Three lips. They just watched someone's mouth to figure out what they were saying.
独身術
Lip reading.
そうか
So that explains what he said back then.
なんだ貴様
The hell are you?
不敬な
I
輩
refuse
と
to
会
speak
話
with
は
any
できん
disrespectful hoodlums.
今すぐに
You take off your mask or present someone whose mouth I
きち
can
んと
view.
口元を見せるものか
Ah.
あの時
Yeah, that
誠さんと会話することを拒否
is weird that he said mouth I can view and not like someone I can look in the eyes or something.
Yeah.
At least that would attract.
Back then, the doctor refused to talk with Makoto.
仮面をかぶってい
It's
る
because he
誠さ
couldn't
ん
read
が
his
相
lips
手
due
で
to the
は
mask.
唇の動き
Or
を読む
それとここだけの話。このじいさんには
between you and me, there are some suspicious rumors about the old man too.
きな臭い噂
What rumors?
何何？
Oh, I want to know.
研究のために引きこも
Said he shut himself in here for research, but he was plotting something bad.
よからぬこと
なんだよよからぬ
Oh, what's that?
カナイクから逃亡する
He's
計画を
planning to flee from Kanai Ward.
バカそんなこと
That's stupid. Not even possible.
まあただの噂
Ah, it's just a rumor.
待っては誰にも
After what happened, we'll never know.
脱走計
Huh.
ね。
So he was planning for the city.
企んでたんだ。
I guess that's what the geezer was up to.
ご主人様、お化けになったおかげで。
Looks like you got some nice info since you turned into a ghost.
Hell yeah.
カナイクから逃亡しようとして
Trying to escape Kanai Ward would be
アマ
considered
テラス社にとっては裏切り
betraying
行為
Amaterasu Corporation.
もしかして
Did the hitman go after him because of this?
それに博士の裏切りを知ったアマ
Someone
テ
in
ラス社
Amaterasu Corp who knows the doctor could have hired the hitman to kill him.
とかだとすると
But who?
その誰かって
Doctor had hearing issues.
That would
Even if.
Explain. Hell smiles. Like blame.
Hmm. Hearing issues severe enough to be considered deaf. He was also trying to flee Kanai Ward.
僕らが使ったアマタンが置きっぱなしのままだ
The Omapal we used is still here.
返すって約束をした
They
の
did
に
promise to return it. That's a footprint on top of Automaton.
Uh huh.
なんだこ
That's a
What's
loafer.
this?
れよく見ると頭
Yeah,
頂部に
carefully.
何かの跡がある
There's a mark on the back of its head.
靴跡か
Is that blueprint?
これ、なんでこんなところに靴
Huh? What's a shoe print doing there?
アマタンをエアロック室に運び
I
入れ
remember seeing this mark when we sent Automaton into the airlock.
もしかしてあの時に
Could it have been from back then?
研究室に入ろうとしたところで
When we tried to enter the lab,
あの時に
Automaton fell over.
逃げようとする犯人に蹴っ飛ばされたんだ。
The fleeing culprit kicked it. It must have left the mark.
やったね、ご主人様。
You did it. You finally found a sign of the killer.
あとは、犯人があの完璧
All that's left is to figure out how the culprit managed to get through that perfect security.
それが一番の謎なんだけどね
It's the biggest mystery here.
I'm glad at this point it still feels like the biggest mystery.
Hmm. The footprint on Automaton's head. Like the heel.
With the way the door is, it almost doesn't make sense. Like, what would they have been standing on that little cart thingy? Right.
No. Because
To not get
Automaton
spotted?
got knocked over as it was walking in the room here. So the footprint would be reversed, and it looks like the heel is on Automaton's left. It looks like probably a right shoe? Someone was standing where Amaton is.
What? Oh, yeah, no, that you make a good point. But that makes less sense. Because we saw it get kicked over to the left.
Yeah.
Is that...
And we're assuming that that is when Amaton got the flipper on his head.
Okay, granted, I could have gotten a footprint at another time. I mean, it also doesn't make sense to me that you would kick it over by planting your foot on top. I would have thought it would be on the arm or on the side of the body or something.
Yeah.
Side of the head, maybe. But on top of the head? It doesn't really make sense.
Yeah.
When
Curious
else
footprint.
could that... Could have been used during the entry? I don't think so, because we had established the doors lock, and
Yeah.
yeah.
Yeah, and if they were following Amaton in, then they would be dead.
まだ怪しいところがあるよね。
Toxic gas.
Unless they had like a radiation suit.
There's an open notebook on the desk. Does it have to do with the doctor's research? Contains symbols and diagrams. Like he's splashing liquid on someone. What does it mean? What does it mean? What? I just saw the diagram right above the text box in the bottom right.
Yep. That's probably how to paint your homunculi.
Ah, I see, I see.
His research could be about literally anything.
Yes. The doctor's computer. Screen looks like it's in sleep mode. Sure contains some important data, but I can't touch it in ghost form. There's a way to check it out.
誰にも何にも触れられない寂しさ。
It's so sad you can't touch anyone. I totally know the feeling.
Alright. What do you think of Dr. Weska's setup? I think 5 monitors, a little bit excessive.
Yeah, none of them are curved, so fail. You could replace those 2 side monitors with 1 vertical monitor,
Yeah, yeah.
and you could replace the right side monitor with 1 curved monitor on the bottom and a 3rd monitor on top. Granted, I don't have a setup like that. I don't have any monitors stacked one on top of the other. All my monitors are just laid out horizontally.
I've just got the 2 horizontal monitors. Could I use a
I've got
3rd
2
one?
on
I don't
the
know.
Desk. I've got 3 on that desk. If I combined them, I would have Dr. Huesca's setup.
I can maybe see a third monitor if I like really needed the computer for something. I definitely love 2. Could I go back to 1? Probably not. As, like,
Thankfully,
my-
having the ultra wide monitor, like the 21:9 aspect ratio, does almost feel like having 2 monitors often. Except when you're doing stuff in full screen mode, like playing a game. Then
Yeah.
then you really feel the fact that you still just have 1 monitor.
でも諦めるしか
I guess you just gotta give up.
The here appears to be chemicals. There are symbols on each label. The one on the front is...
この記号は知ってるよ。
Oh, I know this symbol. It's probably sulfuric acid.
強い酸性の液体でなん
It's a highly acidic liquid that can melt anything.
Alright. Uric acid? I better not touch it then. Then again, I can't touch anything right now.
そういえば
Which reminds me, I saw the symbol on the label in the notebook
さっ
earlier.
きノートでもやっぱり一緒だ
Yeah, it's the same as the symbol for sulfuric acid. It's just, what is the diagram? Just throwing sulfuric acid on someone.
じゃあ博士は誰
Maybe sulfuric acid was how they tested the homunculi's like regenerative properties.
Maybe?
So the doctor was trying to splash sulfuric acid on someone?
でも硫酸なんか浴びせたら
Oh, but sulfuric acid could melt clothes and skin. It'd be a terrible sight.
服も皮膚もドロドロ
I'll take clothes and skin. Notes of the diagram. Note showing a diagram of someone being splashed with sulfuric acid. That's
Huh?
okay. That's fucked
Why
up.
is that a clue? She.
Sleeping nook? Okay.
まだ
What do those post-it notes say? They look like they're all. The blue ones are the same.
I think it's just you can scratch. It's actually words. I can get the camera in. Yeah, it's not
It's a
even.
wall.
Yeah, not even real. Graph. Like some kind of vacuum chamber. Little hydroponics setup. Oh, they're moving.
Some of them are moving. The
What is
screen
moving?
space reflections of Shinigami's is really funny. So a few of them are moving. Are they meant to be? And why is it only those two? I wonder if they just used like a random plant from outside and that's like some wind physics that's like playing even though
It could
it's
be.
indoors.
Also, the stems of these plants are moving crazily too, and some of them aren't
まだ怪
connected
しい
to
と
the
ころ
plant.
があるよね
Yeah.
Like you could see.
Is that Don't look too close at it. I don't
too
think
close,
that's
yeah.
important. Wait. Look at the whiteboard though. The whiteboard looked interesting. Okay, so we've got not Pythagoras.
Nope.
M plus F equals V. What's MF? Magnitude and force.
Yeah.
MF equals V. Nope, that's not a thing.
E equals hip.
ご主人様頑張れ
Sine beta.
Radius of a cone. Circle.
Yep. 2 plus a squared equals 0.07. Say. Log IT. What the fuck was that?
Shinigami.
Shinigami smoking beside us, I guess. I don't think it's important. Doctor's
ご主
corpse.
人様頑張れ
ウエスカ博士
Dr. Weska
まだホムンクルス
never
の
even got to
話を
ask him
聞いて
about the
ないのに
homunculi.
こんな風に
Now he's
され
dead.
てしまうなんて
背中に傷が3箇所あるね
He has 3 wounds on his back, and a knife still stuck in one of them.
他に外傷はなさそうだしこの
He doesn't appear to have any other injuries. It's safe to assume that this was the cause of death.
キャッキャッキャー俺様ちゃん名助手っぽい
I'm like an awesome detective's assistant.
ありがとう助かるよ
Thanks. You've been a great help.
もっと言って褒めて褒め
Say it again. Compliment me more.
3 stab wounds in Dr. Weska's back with no other injuries appears to be the cause of death. Knife. Look at the knife.
このナイフが凶器と見て間違
Knife
い
is
ない
probably
け
the
ど
murder weapon. It
な
has
ん
a
だか
unique shape.
珍しい形状のん
Huh?
塚に何かの刻印
There's
が
an
ある
inscription on it. I can see the letter F.
なあ そろそろこの死体を運び出
Hey, can we move the corpse out of here soon?
雨で死体は腐りやすいから早
They're
く
always telling us to clear out the corpses quickly since the rain makes them rot so fast.
いや指示があるまで動かさない方がいいだろう
Nah, we leave it alone until we receive further orders.
その死体に刺
You
さ
see
って
the
る
knife stuck in his back?
鬼殺師フィンクが使ってるものだよな
One that Fink the Slaughter Artist uses, right?
入ったナイフを
I've heard about his knives inscribed with the letter F.
そうすることで殺したのは自分だって依頼主へ証明しているって話だ
They say that his proof. They say that's his proof of his proof to his clients that he was the one who got the job done.
じゃあ博士を殺したのは
So, Fig the slaughter artist really killed the doctor?
例の探偵たちが
I
やっ
thought those detectives did it.
Oop, wrong button.
まどっちだっていいけどよ
Either way, it doesn't matter.
殺し屋の
Hey,
ナイフ
don't
なん
you
て
think that knife
使い
from a
勝手売れ
famous
そうじゃないか
don't you think that a knife from a famous hitman would go for a high price?
おい証拠品を盗む気か
Huh? You think I'm stealing evidence?
じゃないだろうな
Better not keep it all for yourself.
この変わったナイフって
That unique knife belongs to Fink the Slaughter Artist.
そういえば
Speaking of which,
ヤコウ所長のそばに落ちていた
the knife near Chief Yako looks strangely similar to
形を
this.
していたなだとすると博士を殺したのも
So the doctor was in fact killed by Fink? That's it.
もう十分かな
Maybe that's all the investigating I can do. Oh fuck! That's it for this room, I guess.
Look around. Let's look around because there has to be something we might not be seeing right now that might be
Vents.
relevant, right?
Cabinets.
Yeah, we've got a stovetop vent. Where does that lead? Right?
Okay, yeah. Does look too small for anyone but literally us to get through, though.
It's, maybe. Let's go. So there's nothing in that back room or that back wall. I mean, that back room though is the
This-
bathroom.
Bathroom,
What's in the bathroom? There's a tub,
tub, a
washing
washing
machine,
machine, vanity
sink,
there.
toilet. Okay, nothing
Yep.
else it seems.
Nothing. Vents. That's a terminal that he was talking to us from. He looks over to his right. Say, hey, what are you doing? Okay. Killer came
And we
from
know that
somewhere in
the
this direction.
ここ
Security was
Security was still on until we
still
came.
in place. Well, no, doesn't security get disabled only when you press that back button or that button here in this room?
Yes.
So opening the door on the other side does not,
確かに
in fact, shut off the security. It just opens that door.
It just opens this door, yeah.
How that door recloses? I don't know.
Probably hit the button on the way out and then duck back in. Slow as hell.
Could they have
ここはもういい
gone through with a airtight suit and then jumped or floated over the electrified floor? Hit the button, open the door? I think yes. We don't have any evidence of like what they could have used to do that.
Yeah, also the door opens incredibly slowly. I imagine closes the same. Plus, there's a very loud announcement when everything is disabled.
Well, that's only when the security is disabled. So if we assume they didn't need to disable the security. You know, maybe
ここはもういいんじゃない
wait, he wouldn't have heard the killer come in. What makes him look over? Even if there was an alarm or there was beeping, whatever, he wouldn't have heard it.
Right, because he's deaf. Oh. Caught his eye and he looked over.
Because yeah, he had to have been in there before we sent the automaton in. Because that's what prompts us to send the automaton in.
Yeah. no enormous
And
box
we
that someone could be hiding in from.
can't.
ここはもういいんじゃない？
No, we could, and we can't can't interact with the console or anything to check the logs now because we're in ghost form.
Goes for me. It does log every time the security system goes.
Sable, but what about the door opening?
Don't know.
Don't know. Okay.
Finished.
これで一通りは調べ終わったはずだ。
She is definitely wrong. It would be kind of funny if the culprit was just a homunculus that just tanked through the traps. I mean, yeah. At some point, we're gonna have to ramp up or like address the whole homunculuses in the city thing. That should
They're
do it
just
for
like
investigation.
normal people, but they just like are artificially born. Like that's it.
I guess.
I don't know. Like it could. We have no clue what the homunculus is. If
No.
we've at least met one, then we could have some idea. But
Yeah, we have no frame of reference for what the homunculus actually are or are capable of. All we've heard is that they are immortal monsters supposedly being created by Amaterasu. But could be literally anything. Do it for the investigation.
ぶわっと見回した感じ。
taking a look around, there aren't any hidden exits or hiding spots.
出入り口
Yeah,
の
the only
窓だけで
entrance and exit
窓は
is
一
that
つもない
door.
し
There isn't even a single window.
小さな換気口はあるけど
A small vent, but it's not big enough to fit through. The cover is fixed in place.
壁や床や天井にも怪しい箇所はない。秘密
There are
の
no
抜け道み
suspicious
たいな
spots
の
on
も
the
なさそう
walls,
だな
floor, or ceiling. There are no secret passages either.
でもあの扉から出入りするにしたってごく
Even if you got through the door, there's the dangerous security system.
犯人は一体
Yeah, so how did the culprit manage to enter the lab?
完璧な不可能犯罪だよ。
That's the perfect impossible crime! Mysterful!
不可能だろうとなんだろうと
Even if it's impossible, we'll
なん
have
と
to
か
solve
動
it.
かないと
For the chief's sake and everyone
みんなの
else.
ためにもとりあえず一旦警備
Now,
室
let's
に
head
戻ろ
back
う
to
か
the security room.
この情
I
報
need
を
to tell
みん
everyone
なに
about what I
伝えよう
found.
そろそろ一人で解決させるくらい
Personally, I want you to gain the willpower to solve it on your own. We gotta get back, and like shit's gonna be really bad because we have no. Wait, go back. Was it just a weird reflection thing? Like look in the corners. Okay, that was a reflection thing.
Yeah.
The other corners are the same, right?
Weird reflection.
Okay.
Yeah.
The light caught my eye.
Yeah, there is an invisible light floating around here that's casting a reflection.
Yeah, because instead of lighting the whole ceiling panels, they have to have like one light to light the room, otherwise it's too expensive.
Yeah, yeah. Front chamber.
Nothing to investigate right now, that is.
Yeah.
Oh boy, reverse ghost solving? No.
Ah, Vivia.
Oh.
どうしたんですかビビアさん
What's the matter, Vivia? Why are you in your ghost form?
ユーマくんの調査はどうな
I was wondering how your investigation was going. I grew curious.
手伝いに来てく
Did
れ
you
た
come
ん
to
です
help?
か
I
ビ
didn't
ビアさんが
expect your
協力してくれ
cooperation.
るとは思いませんでしたでも
Oh.
ありがとうございます
Still, thank you.
心強いです
It's very reassuring.
待ってご主人様
Wait, you shouldn't trust him.
この人何
He's
か企んでるよ
plotting something.
企んでるって
What could
Nani?
he be plotting?
考えすぎ
Aren't
じゃ
you
ない
overthinking things?
それでこれから
So-
君はどうする
What will you do now?
のまだ真実を
Are you still
追う
going to pursue the truth?
当たり前じゃないですか
Why wouldn't I?
とりあえず現場の調査は
I finished investigating the crime scene, so I was about to head back and report to everyone.
I
I need to find the truth, otherwise the chief won't get treated, and everyone will be captured.
そっか
I see. So, you won't be satisfied until you discover the truth.
どういう意味ですか？
What do you mean?
ご主人様気をつけて。
Watch out! He's plotting something!
Oh my god, is Vivi gonna betray us?
ねえユマ
Tell me, Yuma,
どうして君は
why do you seek
真
the
実を
truth?
欲しがるの？
は？だって
あ
僕たちが今すべきなのは真実を手
We
に
have to
入
find
ら
the
な
truth
く
to fight the
戦うことじゃないですか。
peacekeepers.
真実とは
The truth
鏡に入っ
is
た
like
ひびで
cracks in a mirror.
それは
They're
目
all
を
so
凝らさなければわ
small.
からないほど
You
の
must squint to see each tiny crack.
多くの人々は
Most wouldn't even notice them. They think the world reflected in the mirror
現
is
実だと
reality itself.
もし君が
If
そ
you
の
did
ひび割れ
notice
に
the
気づいたと
cracks,
して
would you destroy the mirror to reveal what the real world actually looks like?
鏡を割った瞬間で
Even if
それまで見えていた
the
世界が
moment the mirror is
一変
destroyed,
してしまうとしても
it changes the world people can see forever.
何を言ってるんですか？
What are you talking about?
What are you talking about?
映し出される世界が
And if shattering the mirror reveals nothing but darkness and chaos,
それでも
even then,
君は真実を暴く
would you still seek the truth?
真実を暴くことでどうなるかなんて僕
I
には分か
don't
りま
know
せ
what
ん
will
けど
happen when the truth is exposed.
今ヤコウ所長
Right
が
now,
探偵事務所の
we
みん
need
なを
the truth
助
to
ける
save
ためには
Chief Yakko
真実が必要
and
なん
everyone
です
in the agency.
もちろんそのみんなの中には
Everyone,
リビアさんも
including you,
入っ
of
ています
course.
僕はただみんなを
I just want to help others. Are you saying that's wrong?
って言うんですか？
そのために君は
And for
何を
that,
犠牲にするの
what will you sacrifice? How much have you already sacrificed?
Literally everything. We have already given up everything because losing literally all of your memories. That's like
And especially not being in a place you could easily have people help you get them back or whatever.
yeah,
Like,
that's
you-
basically death.
Like, I wonder if he knew, hey, I'm going into Kanai Ward. Like, I'm leaving everything else behind. Forget my memories because they don't matter either.
Yeah.
I can see Yuma kind of reasoning that himself.
Hmm.
真実のためなら自分を
I
犠牲にすることも
You're
い
the
とわない
type who's willing to sacrifice yourself for the truth.
いずれ破滅
One day, it will ruin you.
世界を
You
滅ぼしてし
will
まうだろう
destroy the world for truth's sake.
僕が
Me?
世界を滅ぼすだ
Destroy
なん
the
て
world?
そ
That's
んなことある
impossible.
わけないじゃない。
いいや君
No,
はすでに破滅に
you've
形を
already stepped one foot in ruin.
首まで使っていると言って
In
も
fact, it's already up to your neck.
できれば
If
私
possible,
は君を助けたい
I'd like to help
君
you.
は
You
大切な
are
仲間だからね
a dear friend to me.
どうかな今
How
なら
about
引き
it?
返せるよ
It's not too
腕を
late.
引くことを考えて
Why
みよう
not turn back from this path?
おとなしく
Man, the
ラブに捕まえ
Smiley Vivia is not cool.
No, it's very ominous. You mean to let us be captured by the peacekeepers? That doesn't solve anything.
ビビアさんが何を言いたいの
I
か
don't
わかりま
understand
せん
what you're saying, Vivia.
それより
Never mind.
早く調査の報
We need to report
告に行
what
か
I
ないと
discovered to the others.
分かっても
So
らえ
you
ない
refuse to understand.
じゃあ仕
You
方ない
leave me no choice.
ビビアさん
Oh, fuck!
What? Ghost knife.
He's got a ghost knife.
I mean, he's got ghost clothes. So...
まで取り出した
He took out a knife! This guy is nuts!
これはいつもポケ
I
ットに入れてい
usually
る
keep
ものだ
this in my pocket. It's
実
not
物じゃ
real.
なくて
Like the
有
ghost
罪と同
form.
じ イメージの
It's just a reflection of reality.
だからこれで君
So
を切りつけたとか
slashing at you won't do
何の意味もない
anything.
You carry on a fake box cutter? What?
最初に警告しておいたよね
But I warned you, didn't I? While you're in ghost form, your physical body is vulnerable.
まさか
You mean...
I think he means it's fake while he's in ghost form.
Oh.
君より先に肉体に戻るだけで
I'll simply return to my body 5 seconds before you do. And then I'll slice your throat open.
そして幽体離
Jesus,
脱に
Vimya.
慣れている分
Given I'm more familiar with spectral projection, I'm positive I can return to my body before you can.
Yes, but ideally Fubuki's gonna save us?
Halara? Either?
Well, I mean, if
Destiny
Fubuki sees
Well-
Vivia suddenly slashing Yuma's throat, I think she'd probably have enough sense to turn back time immediately and yank us away from Vivia. I would hope so.
But maybe, but if she doesn't have somebody else to also help her, she has to cross the room and pull us away while probably fighting off Vivia.
I don't know, she's pretty exhausted every time she turns back time, so...
And she's pretty exhausted every time she turns back time, yeah.
So she'd have
I
to
don't know.
yell to Desahiko, because Desahiko's right next to us. Which, I don't know how well Desahiko's gonna be able to protect us from Vivia.
We might lose a second friend,
どう
even if that's just Vivia.
諦めてもらえない
Are we gonna get super gay Vivia in the friggin' Mystery Labyrinth? Like, what? Well, okay, hang on. I think this is an empty threat.
Yes?
I don't think he actually would do that. I think he's testing us.
It's gotta be, right?
I think so, because he doesn't have, to me, he doesn't seem like the kind of person, if he truly had no motivation and no will to live, then why would he even bother? He would just like not care.
Yeah.
But he's gone out of his way to threaten us, which to me seems like he does care and he's actually just testing Yuma's conviction.
Hmm. Gotta be.
Vivia does know how to fight on a similar level to Halara. Yeah. So
Yeah.
he can move quick. We do know that.
僕を脅すんですか
Are you threatening me?
君が真実を諦めてくれればいい
Should have said yes. I only want you to give up on the truth.
君が暴こうとしている真実は
The truth you wish to expose is dangerous.
予感がするんだよ
I have a feeling
平和が足
that tonight's gonna be a feeling that our peace and quiet will be pulled right out from under our feet. Hasn't it already, Vivia?
Yeah? I mean, Yakuo's dead, basically. It's pretty far from peace and quiet going forward.
君が止まれないなら
If you won't
私が
stop,
止めるしかない
then I must stop you.
平
For
穏と
this
平和の
world's sake. For the sake of peace and quiet. Maybe he just knows more about the homunculus stuff than he's leading on, and he knows that if we expose the truth, shit's gonna go down.
Maybe?
Maybe he's just an inside agent.
I don't know.
言ってることがめちゃく
You're
ちゃ
not making any sense.
ただの予感で僕
You're
を
gonna kill me because of a feeling?
私だってこんな結末は望んじゃいない
Don't want it to end this way.
話をすれば分かり合えると思ったんだ
I thought we could talk it out.
わざわざ会いに来たんだ
That's why I came here.
でも 君が諦
But
めない
you
のは仕方ない
refuse to give up. Which leaves me no choice.
もうこうするしかないみたいだ
So it looks like this is what I must do.
さようならユーマくん
Sayonara, Yuma-kun.
Wait!
ご主人様、急いで戻って。
Hurry back!
おいおい二人とも喧嘩すんなって
Hey, you two. Good fighting.
誰
Who is that?
そりゃ真実は残酷
Yeah, the truth is cruel. Never in history has the truth been known to be kind.
真実が
その声はヤコ社長
That voice. Chief Yako?
What?
だけどな
You know what?
真実から目をそらして
Turning your eyes away from the truth
嘘を
and
抱え
living
た
a
まま
lie is
生
harsh
き続け
too.
るのも辛いもんだぜ結局
In the end, you
真
can never
実
look
から
away
目
from
を
the
そらす
truth.
ことはで
As
き
long
ない
as you live, you must face that
生きて
pain.
る限りはだったら
But really,
考えたって
what's the
しょ
point
う
in
がない
worrying
だ
so
ろ
much about it?
迷った時は
When you're lost, believe in your own
自分の
heart.
心を信じろ
That way, even if things end up all wrong, at least you can stand proud.
結果が間違っ
ヤコ社長無事だったんですか
Chief Yako, are you alright? Where are you?
いやあの傷が
Impossible.
折られるはずがない
There's no way he could have made it here with those wounds.
じゃあ今の声って
Then, that voice.
肉体を離れた
Perhaps
そのものの
it was his soul's voice? As it separated from his body?
それって
That means
そんな死んで
No
しまったっ
way.
てことですか
Is he dead?
わからない確認しに行こ
I don't know. I need to find out.
僕を殺そうとするなんて
He tried to kill me.
ビビ
Why would he
ア
do
さん
such a
はなんで
thing?
そんなことを
そんなの考えてる場合じゃないでしょ。
As if now's the time to be dwelling on that.
今は僕やビビアさんのことよりヤコ所長が心配だ
Right, Chief Yako is make a turn
そう
right now.
いうこと
Or whatever Vivia's got going on.
急げ
Yep. So go.
Why? Lisa's voice is coming from above. That's funny.
ヤ
Shit.
コ所長
Chief Yako.
う見たところ魂は途切れていない
Appears his soul hasn't been severed yet. It's still connected to his body,
けどと
but
ても細い糸のようだ
the line is
今
very
にも
thin.
途切れてしまいそうなほど
It could cut away any moment now.
じゃあさっきの
Then
ヤコ所長
Why did we hear Chief Yako's voice back there?
私にもわからない
I don't know.
この世には不思議なことがまだまだ
It
たくさん
seems there are
ある
many more mysterious things in this world that I don't know about.
けど命がけで説教されたんじゃ
He went through the trouble of risking his life to give us a lecture. I will sheath my
迷っ
blade.
た時は自分の心を信
When
じ
you're lost,
か
you should believe in your own heart.
ビビアさんあなたに言いたいこと
ビビア
はたくさんあります
I still have a lot I need to say to you.
けど
But
今は事
solving
件の
this case is
解
top
決が最優先
priority.
です
This is the only way to save Chief Yako and everyone
それ
else.
しかないんです
わかる
Fine.
君は肉体に戻って彼らに
You
報
can
告する
report to them once you return to your body.
私には行くところが
I have somewhere else to go.
どこに行くつもりですか
Where are you going?
さっきの所長の言葉を聞いて思っ
After
た
hearing the chief's words,
私にはま
just remembered
だやるべきことがある
there's something I need to do.
やるべきこと
What's that?
予感は
I have
確かにまだある
a premonition
君が真実を手に入れるのと
in exchange for obtaining the truth.
今までの平穏
I sense that our peace and quiet will crumble away,
でももしかしたら
but
崩れ去った
perhaps something entirely new lies
別の
beyond
何
that
かがあるか
destruction.
もしれないそれを確かめるために
In order to discover what that may be, I want to continue my investigation for a bit longer.
Oh, happy Vivia.
真実が欲しいわけじゃない。
It's not that I want the truth. I need to find an answer I can agree to with confidence.
本当にあなたの言動は理
I
解し
still don't understand most of what you say, but I know we feel the same way about this.
気持ちが共有できます。一緒に調査に行きましょう。
Let's investigate this together.
好きにしなよ。
As you wish.
ご主人様、あの人を信用しちゃダメだよ。
Don't trust this guy. You can't erase the fact that he flashed a blade at you.
分かってるよ。
I know.
僕だって
I'm not
そ
that
こまでお
naive.
人よしじゃない。
どうだか。すぐに人を信
Are you sure about that?
ご主人様だもん。
After all, you're always so trusting and relying on others.
俺様ちゃんはまだ嫌な感じがしてるよ。あの人
I still have a bad feeling about this. That guy is dangerous.
そうかな。
Really?
もう大丈夫
I want to believe,
だと信
but
じたい
it'll be alright now. Shut up, Ibuki.
That I should be so ineffective at a time like this.
Oh, look how picturesque that is. Very cute. God, we're short.
そんな
Damn it. There's gotta be something I can do.
It really isn't. Chief's sake, I have to uncover the truth. Well, please hurry up. Good door.
Oh, we're not returning to our body. We really did mean that we'd follow him. Okay.
Yeah.
せめてみんなに調査報告をしてからでもよかったんじゃない
Maybe you should wait to go until after you report back to the others.
でも今
If I let Vivia go alone now, I get the sense we'll never come to an understanding.
きっとビビアさんの目には何かが見えてるん
I'm
だ。
sure Vivia has seen
それで
something.
真実を恐
That's
れ
why
て
he's afraid of the truth.
この人が見ているものを一緒に見
I
る
also want to see what he sees.
僕にも理
It
解
may
で
help
き
me
ることが
understand
ある
better.
かもしれない。
大丈夫思わせぶりな口調が
Are you alright? Did this cryptic way of talking infect you? I hope this isn't a side effect of your coalescence.
調査だ。
I said I need to continue the investigation, but where do I begin?
I'm glad you're so confident in this, Vivia. Oh. I'm very happy that we're getting so much, like, actual deep time with Vivia. Because
Man.
it does feel like he has the most going on.
He has the most going on. He's got like he does kind of see the most in the sense that like yeah, Desuhiko has infiltration, but Desuhiko is good for fetch quests, right?
Yeah.
He has to go get something.
Mm.
Vivia is just amazing at espionage. Just straight up information gathering.
Yep.
Could go anywhere, see everything.
I thought you already had a plan.
ないよ。
Nope.
ないんですか。
You don't, huh?
私のビビたる行動力に期待
If you have any expectations for my actions, then you're in for a disappointment.
面倒事を避けるのは得意
I'm good at avoiding trouble, but I'm terrible at handling it.
できるだけその場から動かずに
I
物
try to stay still and let things pass. That's the kind of human I
そ
am.
ういう
この幽体離脱だって一歩
That's because spectral projection allows him to investigate without moving an inch.
それで
So,
上塚博士殺害の件に
what have you learned about Dr. Huesca's death?
あ
Um,
る程度情報
I
は
gathered
揃
some
ったんです
clues,
けど
but I still have no idea how the culprit entered the area.
謎が解けない理由は2つしかない
There are only two reasons a mystery goes unsolved. Either there's not enough information, or not enough smarts.
後者については嘆いても仕方ない
There's no point in crying over the latter, which means there's only one thing we
やる
can
べき
do.
ことは 一つ。
もう一度現場を調べてみますか。
Search the scene one more time?
いや、欠けたピースが
No.
常に現場
Missing piece might not always be at the crime scene.
砕け散ったガラス片は案
Could
外
have been launched far away,
飛んでいるものさ。
like pieces of shattered glass.
他の場所も一通
You're
り調
saying
べてみるべき。
you should check somewhere else.
案内は君に任せるよ。
I'll let you be our guide here.
あ、ただ
But I'd like to request minimal movement,
最短距離で
the shortest possible distance.
ねえご主人様、他の場所なの
Hey,
に事件
are you sure there could be another key to the mystery somewhere else?
でも現場は一通り調査
It's
し
finished
終わって
investigating the actual crime scene. So it would be a good idea to search somewhere else. Somewhere else.
幽体離脱の特性を生か
Use
して
spectral projection
入れ
to
る場所
enter
は
anywhere
し
and
ら
look.
みつぶしにし
Investigation.
Okay, I was wondering if we would get an actual hand-in-hand investigation.
Yeah.
Don't have much time. We have to check the rooms we have access to. We don't have access to? Just barge in and check everything.
Alright, well, let's go check everything. The window. We can see inside the lab from here. It's like a spiral staircase goes down even further. Is it like a server room?
I'm really digging the vibe in here. It's like they set out to make the most cyberpunk looking place ever. Detective points for looking in a window.
Yep. Researcher and peacekeeper.
で、ここは何の部屋なんだ？
So, what room is this? It seems to be locked.
だからただの倉庫ですって。
Told you, just storage.
部外費の書類が
Keep it locked because there are some confidential documents inside. Among us researchers, we treat it as perpetually sealed off.
では今すぐ鍵を開け。
Well, unlock it right now. We need to see if the detectives are hiding inside.
The only key is held by the Peacekeeper's director.
何？ヨミーさん。
What? Director Yomi has it. Aren't there any other keys?
No, Peacekeeper's director personally manages this area, so he has the only key. That's super suspicious.
そうか。
I see.
それなら中を調べ
I
な
guess we don't need to look inside. This conversation never happened.
Right. Yomi holds the key to the storage room.
保安部長だけが鍵を
Only
持つ
the director has the key to this room?
何か秘密がありそうだね。
There's gotta be some kind of secret here.
はい中を調べてみま
Let's
しょ
take a look inside. Oh, what do we have here?
Well, if we pin this on Yomi, who's left? in the
I
next-
don't know. From the look of it, it seems like ordinary storage space.
棚に並べられているファイルは
The files lining the shelves appear to be mostly old research logs.
う他は実験道具やガラクタばかり
Everything else is just junk and experimental tools. It has nothing to do with the incident.
それにカナイク最
Nothing here seems to pertain to homunculus research or Kanai Ward's ultimate secret.
どうしてわかるんです
How
か
do you know that?
一部棚のファイ
There's
ル
a section with a missing file. He probably already disposed of anything he didn't want others to see.
処分された我々の追っている秘密は
The secret we're looking for won't be here anymore.
すでに証拠隠滅済みか。
So, the evidence has already been destroyed.
来たのにな。
After we finally found the secret lab, too.
「さっきは
Sorry about threatening you with the blade earlier.
殺されるかと思
I
って
was so scared. I thought you were gonna kill me.
あれ
You weren't serious, were you?
本気だよ
Why wouldn't I be?
Huh?
実際君の
To
首
tell
を
the truth,
できたかどうかは
I wouldn't know if I'd actually slash your throat until I was about to do it.
ただ周りに
Although,
花君たちがい
there's a good chance Halara and the others would stop me.
でも
So,
本気だった
you were serious?
私だって できれば人なん
I
て
don't want to kill anyone if possible. I don't like seeing blood.
本気だったよ
Yeah, I was serious.
やっぱこの人やばいね。
This guy is dangerous.
そうだね
Yeah. Jesus Christ, Vivia. Chemical shelves. Organized file. Huh?
机の上にファイルが
There's
置い
a
てある
folder on the desk.
しかも机
The
には
desk is covered in dust, but the folder
こ
isn't.
のファイルアマテラス研究所見
Matarasu lab map. I
ここの
guess
見
it's
取
a
り図
map.
みたいだなでも漢字の
But
中身は
it's empty
ここに
inside.
他に調べられそうなものはない
There's nothing else here.
大
It
し
seems like we weren't able to find anything of note.
やれやれ怪しい
Sheesh.
現状へ
I
の
was hoping this suspicious experimental lab would have a hidden passage or two.
とりあえずここの調査は切り上げて
Now let's
他の部屋を
finish
調
our
べましょ
investigation
うか
here and go to another room.
めんどくさいけどそうだ
Such a pain, but I guess we have to.
Appreciate his honesty at least, yeah. Section of files on the shelf is missing. Whatever he didn't want others to see has already been disposed of.
俺様ちゃんもなんか探してあげる。
Yeah, I'll find out for you.
Hmm. Also, very notably, the map to this place is gone.
Does that mean there's a hidden room?
ここの
Must be.
手がかりをさここは
There is a suspicious space right behind that. Wait, was that a door there?
This wall, there is an empty space here. This window, yeah. So about from here to here. 2 sections worth of wall.
Looks like you can go into that door though. Maybe we can get access to the other side.
Maybe, yeah. That goes to this room eventually. First, up in the hallway. Bloodstain on floor.
生々しい血痕が残されたまま
Gory bloodstain are
これ
still
は
here.
ヤコウ所長のものだ
They're from Chief Yako.
この場所で
This is where he was attacked by the
ヤコウ
hitman.
所長に襲われたんくそ
Him at all.
僕がもう少し
If I had gotten here earlier, I could have changed his fate.
運命を変えることができたかも
ユーマくん例の殺し
Yuma,
の顔は見
did you see the hitman's face?
いえはっきりとは
No, not clearly.
だったらなんで相手
Then
が殺し合
how do you know it was the hitman?
それはヤコウ
Because
所長自
Chief
身が
Yako said so himself.
だからです
The hitman. Think slaughter artist.
それにヤコウ所長を刺したと
Also, the
思われ
knife
る
which
ナイフの
is
つかみ
used to
は
stab Chief Yako has an F inscribed on it.
ああ鬼殺師フィンク
Oh,
仕事の
the murder weapon always used by Fink the slaughter artist.
知ってるんですか
Know about it?
殺害予告が届いてから知
I
った
did some research after we got that note from the killer.
探偵
I'm still a detective, I suppose.
彼はそのナイフを使うことで
He uses his knife to prove to his clients that he committed the murder.
自分だと知らずそれはそうと
Setting that aside, don't you think these bloodstains are
思わない
unnatural?
確かに妙な痕跡がありますね何かで
There are some strange marks, like something brushed against it.
でもあの時のバタバタ
During
と
the
した
chaos at the
状況を
time,
考えれば
I don't think it's odd for a mark like this to be here.
でもこれ血の
Look
ついた
closer.
指先で吸ったような跡に
This
見える
mark appears to be made with someone's bloody fingertip.
まさかダイイングメッセージ？
Is it a dying message?
Again, very funny that it's dying message in English, in the Japanese voice acting.
もしかして所長が
Did the chief have done it?
所長が何かを伝えよう
Was
と
he
してい
trying
た
to
ん
tell
で
us
すか
something?
文字を
No, it's more like he was trying to reach for something
飛ばそうとした
rather than write out words.
どこかに向かって
What could he have been reaching for?
ご主人様、あの観葉植物じゃ
Maybe it's that houseplant over there. You just really wanted to smell it.
Okay, so these. This is what he was talking about. This is rasping.
Yeah, it looks like there's a sliding door underneath the plant.
Almost, yeah.
もしかしたら
Maybe there's something about this
この観葉
plant.
植物に何あビビアさん
Ah, Vivian!
鉢の裏に何か落ちています
Something's hidden behind this pot.
写真と見取り図
A photo of a map? A photo and a map. Okay. There is nothing here that we haven't seen yet.
Is the border just a border, or is it actually like might be a vent or something?
I don't know.
Also, the box room is the spiral staircase that goes down, and then there's that empty cavity.
Ah,
it is
yeah, right there,
indicated
yeah.
there.
To the left of the staircase.
I don't know why I'm pointing at my screen with my finger. You
I'm pointing at my screen with the chip.
can't.
それこの研究所
Isn't this the map of the lab?
もしかして
It had been taken from that folder in storage? But
どうしてこん
why would it be here?
写真の方は
As for the photo,
つかないな
I have no idea.
Ah,
Who is that?
who is that? Definitely.
Dr. Huesca's daughter?
That's gotta
Did he have a
be-
daughter?
I don't remember.
Why do I feel like he had a daughter?
I don't know.
I feel like that was something that.
That's gotta be Yakuo, right?
On the
See the-
left?
Yeah. You could see like the wild the hair sticking on the very left there, right where the screen splits. The feathering and the sticking. You can see on the top of the blood stain that there's a whole bunch of like flecks and strands.
I do not see that on stream. It's not that detailed.
Oh,
Maybe?
I think it's gotta be Yakuo.
若い男女らしき
Photo shows a young man and a woman.
女性が着ている
The
のは
woman looks like she's wearing a lab coat.
ここの研
Is
究
she
員
a
か
researcher here?
男性の方は血で汚れて
The
しまって
man is covered with
顔
blood.
が判別
I
できない
can't see his face very well.
じっと写真なんか見つめちゃって
You keep staring at that photo.
その女の人に惚れたの
Did you fall in love with the woman?
本当に
You really fall for every girl, huh?
手がかりを調べてただけだ
I'm
って
just checking for clues.
それ手がかりなの
This is a clue!
事件と関係ある
You don't know the connection between the case and the photo.
いや
I don't,
手がかり
but
だ
it has to be a clue.
あの血痕は
Bloodstain was made by Chief Yakuo as he tried to hide this behind the pot. He left this clue and made sure the culprit didn't find it.
最後の力を振り絞って
By using the last of his dying strength?
最後じゃない
He's not dead! Lab map. Floor plan of lab. It was found hidden behind a houseplant. Photo of a young man and woman. Okay. Interesting.
Okay, wait, let's review the map. Because it only showed us a small slice when it zoomed in before, but now we have the full thing.
Motion key. Lab map. Oh,
We got a good number of keys now. 17 so far.
Yeah. That's all we
Okay,
get.
so
Yeah, that is just a border on the top there. Or more
they're
like-
measurement markers.
yeah, like scale or something.
Okay, and at the bottom, I guess it's probably just like a place to write stuff.
Yeah, probably a
on the
key
bottom right's like a
or
legend.
legend.
Okay, so the entrance is the right side,
Here's the right
lab's
side.
on
Secret lab is the left.
the left.
Yeah. Long hallway. There's the entrance room, decontamination room, or the airlock. There is the poison gas room, panel room, and lab. Doesn't look like there's any like secret passages on this map.
What about the southmost point on the map? Like, there's a little box there. Is that an actual room? No,
No.
it's not there. But there is definitely something there on the map.
Yeah. Interesting. Go here then. Central Lab. Ho, 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 ho.
Okay, so those are just spaces we cannot enter as the player.
I guess so.
They're
yeah.
not hidden areas.
Yeah. That machine.
There is something to look at.
Interesting.
Cursed employees only sign.
Oh no. Our one weakness must respect signage. Some sort of machine.
Yeah.
It's a machine, but I have absolutely no idea what it's for. It's like it's undergoing maintenance right now. Researchers doing an inspection.
とりあえず
It's not being used today, so I think it's unrelated to the case.
そういえばお前ウエスカ博士の研究室に入ったことあるんだよ
Reminds me, you were inside Dr. Huesca's lab before, right?
ああ前に一度な
Yeah, just once. I was forced to help deliver some food to him.
確か3
It
ヶ
was
月くらい前
about
だった
3 months ago.
それからずっとこもりっぱなしだろ俺だったら頭がおかし
He's
く
been
なる
shut in there ever since, right? I'd go insane.
でも博士は人嫌いで有名だったし
But the doctor was
むし
famous
ろ
for being
最高の環境
antisocial.
だったんじゃないか
Probably the perfect environment for him.
にしたって人嫌いに
Still, it's a bit extreme for the sake of avoiding people.
しかも食料を運び込むときに箱の中に誰か隠れてない
Anyway,
か
when I brought in the food, he made me check inside the boxes repeatedly to make sure no one was inside them.
人が隠れられるスペースなんてどこにもないのに
Not that there was any space for someone to
警
hide.
戒心が強い
Yeah, I was just paranoid like that.
That guy has a crazy groom hairdo. Like, covers this whole
Oh my
face.
god, yeah.
Is he the killer?
早くしないと時間
No, he's actually a fucking Dojin protagonist.
あれは
It's a machine with space for something to be placed inside. I have no idea what it's used for.
If only we weren't in ghost form, you could touch it and find out.
And if I had my body, I won't touch this thing. I won't touch this. I may break it. This inspection equipment looks like it's meant for use on humans.
そうそう
Body mods are so exciting.
I'm not excited at all. Doesn't look like it's been used recently. Probably unrelated to the case.
こっちにもあるよご主人様
There's another one. I don't know where she is.
No, you are exactly as clever as I am. I just have the benefit of not having to type out my jokes.
なあウエス
Well, it's the exact
Man,
same haircut.
って本当か
But yeah, these guys
It's
have
just
some.
colored differently.
These guys like have issues.
God, yeah.
Hey, is it true that Dr. Huesca was killed?
殺害予告
Yeah, just like the note said.
だけどなんで
Well, I said a death threat. Feel like a lot easier to take someone out if you don't announce it beforehand.
相手は殺し屋だからな
The hitman we're talking about. Maybe it's his policy or something.
確かにわざわざ殺害予告
That's
書
a
を
good
送
point.
ってきたのって
God, it's
なんで
fucking
なんだろ
What was the purpose of sending that note?
うしかも
Plus, not only was it sent to the target, doctor, it was also sent to the peacekeepers in our detective agency.
そんなことしても警備が厳しくなって殺
Doing that would just increase security around here, making it even harder for the hitman to do his job.
そうそう私が鬼殺師フィンクについて調べた
According to my research about Fink the Slaughter Artist,
今まで殺害予
he's
告
never
状を
sent a note like this in his previous cases. At the very least, it was not his MO.
そういう主義
今回だけ特別
So
という
this
こと
time
で
is
すか
special?
さあ
Well, who knows?
Okay, so yeah, either he needed to send the note to sneak in as part of the increased security, or it's a copycat.
Or
Or
let's say it's Yomi who's hired him.
right.
Yomi is trying to kind of kill two birds in one stone here and get us. And in fact, actually, just to back up a little bit, I think it's really telling that Yakuro was stabbed and the knife was left behind.
Hmm.
That means if this guy is who he says he is, he's not a copycat or whatever, that Yakuro was one of his targets.
Okay.
Did a piss poor job at finishing him off, but maybe that's only because we approached.
Yeah.
So if the what's it called? If the scientist was the objective and Chief Yakuro was the objective, then obviously you have to get both those people in here. Otherwise, like, how can he line this up, right? Like, it's almost like Yomi's the mastermind and the hitman's just the knife. Literally.
Yeah. Hmm.
So it would be Yomi that would send that message to bait us here, not knowing that we were going to also show up with Makoto.
Right.
Because the rest of the agency does show up.
So why send it to the peacekeepers then?
Well, he's sending it to himself, basically. Because he needs to be there to make sure it all goes down smoothly.
I guess. Does he need to be here to make sure it goes down smoothly?
I feel like he's definitely the kind of guy that would want to.
Yeah. After like,
You know.
we did, foil him fucking with us 3 times in a row already. Defeated all 3 of his other henchmen.
I don't know. That's my running theory right now.
Okay. Never been a case where Fink Slaughter has issued a death threat.
This lab seems like a private room.
なんか
No, there's been an incident. Nobody seems to care.
They probably care more about the research than people. Come on, let's look somewhere else.
Point of the upstairs.
あのね
Looks like it's packed full of research data.
確かに
Doesn't look like it's working. If that's due to the blackout.
What? Definitely looks like it's on.
Definitely looks
I
like
don't
it's
think we
on.
need to spend any more time here. Not like you can even touch anything anyway.
Going to do by
It's
touching
really funny. It's just inside.
it. Yeah.
So you couldn't go up the stairs, right? There
No,
wasn't
there's a chain
anything.
there.
Doesn't look like there's anything. Okay. Ah, yes, the chain that would definitely stop us ghosts.
Yeah.
Must be
yeah,
cold iron.
clearly. What the fuck? Number of cylinders are lined up. Pipe stretching out of the room. I don't think we'll find any clues here. Try elsewhere. Anything to say? Nope. Not planar fellow. Electrical room.
We can go down the electrical room.
Ah.
電源室って書い
It
てある
says this is the electrical room. Maybe we can find the reason for the blackout here.
早速調べてみよ
Let's check it out.
Keep making Shinigami talk while Noah's got a mouthful of food.
ところで
Or
What?
Vivia, I guess.
By the way, what made you suddenly decide you want to take part in the investigation?
さっき言った通りだけど、
Didn't I just tell you why?
君が求めている真実が危険なのは
There's no mistake that the truth you seek is dangerous. Our peace and quiet may crumble away.
けど、さっきの所長の言葉、
But I remember the chief's words.
その
Beyond
真
the
実
truth, maybe something far more important.
私はそれ
I must see
を確かめないといけない。
what it could be.
はあやっぱ
Sheesh, I don't get it. What in the world is he talking about?
I wonder what this device is. Way bigger than what we saw in the lab.
うーん
It's probably a machine for recording research logs, right?
No way I can find out right now. Let's look elsewhere.
ご主人様はやればできる子だよ
You can do it.
Different peacekeeper.
本当ですって
It's really true. I saw someone suspicious right here.
それは停電の前か
That before or after the blackout?
停電の直
Right after the blackout.
停電の時たまたま近くに
I happened to be nearby when the lights went out,
すぐに
so I came here to turn the power back on.
その時
And I saw a dark silhouette pass right through the shadows.
それだけでは
That doesn't really tell me much.
信じてくださいよ
Well, please believe me, it must have been the hitman.
不審人物が停電直後にここ
So, someone suspicious was wandering around here right after the blackout.
Yeah, that probably is the hitman. But it also doesn't help that we are like 6 suspicious someones who are also wandering around in the lab before the blackout.
It could have been Halara, like, we have no idea.
じゃあ
Does that mean it was caused by the hitman?
その仕業
Why would he do that?
だとしたら
Right after the blackout, the researcher witnessed a dark silhouette pass through the shadows.
Or, like,
鍵盤が並んでいる
was everyone accounted for?
電システムみたいだ
Yeah, I think only
Uh,
Halara and Vivia weren't. Halara, Vivia, and the chief.
Yako dashed off to go draw everyone's attention away from him.
That was before the blackout?
Yes. No. Blackout was when we were in the electrical room the first time, right?
Electrical room?
Or not the security room. We were in the security room with Yakuo and Desuhiko, who came to bust us out. Then the power went off.
Where was Fubuki at that time? had a rep-
Fubuki was still dressed up, wandering around. Super lost.
So, I mean, like, she could have accidentally flicked the switch. I don't think it's going to lead us to that, but, like,
Yes, again, we are
they
six,
wanted to red herring it.
we are very much 6 suspicious someones who are wandering around. There's a bunch of switchboards. Looks like the lab's power system.
これを落とせば研究所内は停電になる
If
は
this
ず
was shut down, there'd be a power outage in the lab.
この研究所の電源はすべて
All of the power to the facility seems to be managed here.
いや
Wait,
ウエスカ博士
I
の
don't see a switchboard for Dr. Huesca's lab.
あそういえばウエスカ博士が言ってました
That reminds me.
研究室は
Dr. Weska said the critical lab was on an independent system.
この重要研究室は別電源だ。セキュリティも含めてな。
This critical lab operates on a separate power system. That obviously includes its security measures.
I see.
ビビアさんなんだか気のない
That was a rather indifferent response from Vivia.
もう調査に飽きてきたんじゃない
Maybe he's bored with the investigation.
Okay. Shutting shit off here doesn't necessarily help the assassin.
Right, but it may have gotten the assassin into something else.
階段を使ってメタボタイプ
Potentially.
もバッチリだね
Use the stairs so you don't get fat.
What? You got me.
Nobody wants a fat Yuma. Don't
Jesus.
roll 34 that, please.
Stop. Now, what is this? There's tile back there?
Bathrooms? Are they just bathrooms? Is that why they're not important? Halt! You can't go that way.
Huh? Why not? I should be able to go through even without opening the door.
It's a fundamental rule of this world. If you go any further, you'll fall off the edge.
わかったよ
Yeah, I don't really understand, but I get it.
What?
What?
It's just a fourth wall. Hey, there's nothing there. It's fine.
There's nothing there. It's fine. Yeah, this is just a room full of tiles. It's just 2 tiled rooms.
It must be bathroom. Why didn't they just put bathroom markers on it or something?
I don't know. Oh, there is a... It does hook around. There's a wall there. I want to have a wall here?
Yeah, if they're bathrooms, usually like the front entrance is I think.
Yeah, okay, so these are bathrooms. But there's just not marked in any way, shape, or form.
They're not marked in any way, shape, or form, but they do have doors, and they are on the map.
They're on the the drawing. Not on our map though.
Correct.
That, why? Why did I just say, oh yeah, these are bathrooms? Just have Shinigami check it and duck her head in. It's like, yep, nothing in there. Don't worry about it. Why just... why... I'm so confused. It's so weird.
That's really weird.
アマタンを借りたロボット研究室だな
The robot lab where we picked up Amaton. Let's
隅々
look over it
まで調べ
again.
てみよう
Hey, listen up. The reason Dr. Weska died. Because he deserved it. It's called karma. He always insulted my research. Serves him right. Serves him right. Why are you kicking Amaton? Oh, sorry. That must have hurt. This is also his fault. We still haven't come back with that Amaton I lent them. I'll take a bath with it once it comes back to me. Oh, but that means I need to start researching waterproofing it.
見てはいけないものを見てしまった気が
I've
する
seen something I shouldn't have.
彼はウエスカ博士
He certainly has a grudge against Dr. Huesca.
こうやって幽体で調査する
God, he's fucked
簡
up.
単に相手の
I
本音を
guess
聞き出せ
it's
るんです
easy to find out what people are really thinking when you're in ghost form.
私の探偵特殊能力の前では
My forte exposes everyone's inner life, encourages them to tell the truth.
もっともこの
That
能
being
力
said,
私
it's thanks to this ability that no one comes near me anymore.
そういう意味では
Just what makes you special, Yuma.
そうですかね
You think so?
ご主人様はお人よしだからね
You're way too naive. It's pretty much a sickness at this point.
アマタンの説明書が置いてある
Manual for
大体
Amaton.
の内容はもう聞い
I
たけ
already
ど
know most of the controls, but I should read this.
アマタンの操作は
Amaton can be
専用の
controlled by a special
タブレット端末
tablet
で
device.
アマタンの目に搭載された
Watch the
カメラ
camera
の
feed
映
from
像を見ながら
Amaton's eyes while you use the key buttons to control it.
マイクを通じて音声の
You can
やり
also
取り
use the mic to communicate via voice.
安全に配慮して
For safety,
腕の
the
先
ends
端
of the
は
arms are
棒
ball
状になっ
shaped,
てい
but
るが
can still be used
ス
for
イッチ
actions
を
such
押
as
すな
pressing
どの動
buttons.
作に支障ただ
However, while extending or retracting an arm, controls for the camera and body do
移
not
動や
function.
カメラをこれは子
This
供
is
が
to
無茶な
prevent
操
the
作をし
arm's
て
wires from
腕
being
のワイ
tangled
ヤー
when
が絡ま
you
ったりしないように
handle it roughly.
配慮が耐荷重100キロで頑丈
It has a load capacity of 100 kilograms and is durable enough to withstand most falls.
やんちゃなお子様が
Sales pitch does say withstand play
象
for
が踏んでも
rowdiest
壊
kids
れない
and
と
is
いう
tough enough for an elephant to stand on.
前にこの研究員から聞いた通りの内
It's
容
exactly as the researcher told us.
Yep.
それ以上の情
There isn't
報は
much other information.
So like, yeah, I can see if somebody used it as a footstool to get up on something, but there wasn't any place for them to need to do that to get up onto.
Amazon stating
that-
has many features.
it must be the footprint that knocked it over.
テンション上がってきた。
It's a real wall.
Yeah, I was just wondering what the fuck Shinigami was doing. I think they might be testing robots in here.
How else would you check if they can handle high voltages and toxic gas? Oh, that was the same line as the last time we were here.
Yep. Don't think that's what they're testing for.
なんだか愛着湧いてきちゃう。
Oh, I'm starting to get attached. I think we could be friends.
Oh, fuck, yeah, that's it. Just got a solution key for Amaton's features.
Yeah, fuck that scientist.
Yep.
よし、こんなところ
I
かな。
think I've checked what I can here. Investigation.
What's the pink on the map is just is that just north?
Yes.
It always confuses me. I think I've asked this before.
Yeah, I think that's north and it's blocked too.
Any other map things to just before it comes up in the labyrinth? Because I'm sure the labyrinth will break it all down, but
Solution keys. Lab map. No, so those accounted for. Bathroom. From where in? Entrance. No secret passage in or out. Yeah. I think, unless we get anything last minute, go and back the.
can you check the security entrance? It might yell at you, but
Nope. Solid wall.
big door.
Alright.
これで調べられる場所
I think I've checked everything I
ほとん
could.
ど調べ終わったと思いますけど。
そうだね。事件の手がか
I knew it. You didn't get any clues for the case.
かなりの収穫だったね。
We have learned a lot here.
収穫って
But
どこ
what
に
did we
収穫
learn?
が？
私が手伝えるのはここまでだよ。
That's all I can do to help.
やっぱり私の性に合って
After all,
信じて
I'm more interested in the story than the truth.
そろそろ肉体に
I
戻る
think we should return to our bodies soon. There's not much time left.
あ、僕も戻ります。
Oh, then I'll go back too. Investigation finished.
Time left. For Yako or for us?
Ah. uh,
うわ、やっと戻ってきた。
Hey, you're back.
翔さんの方は
How did the investigations go?
ビビアさんの協力のおかげで
I managed to get a lot more
かなり
information
情報を
thanks to
集め
Vivia's
られた
help.
とは思う。なんでもいいから早く教えろ。
Whatever, just tell us what you found. We don't have time.
わかった。
Sure. I don't know what about those sequences is just so funny to me.
犯人に直接つながるような情報は
So,
何もねえ。
nothing you found leads us directly to the culprit. Damn.
ごめん。
Yeah. Sorry.
せめてウエスカ博士の PC を調
Only
べ
we
る
could
こ
get
とができれば
a glimpse of Dr. Weska's computer.
それで何かわかるんですか？
What could we learn from that?
セキュリティに関するログ。
Security logs. Should have. They should be saved on the doctor's computer.
そのログを調べることが
If we
で
could
き
check
れ
the
ば
logs, we could clearly see the
セキュ
security
リティ
system
の稼働
status.
状況が発送すれば
That,
犯
may
人
be able
が
to
どう
figure
やっ
out
て
when
研
and
究
how
室
the
に入
culprit
った
entered the lab.
わかる。
そっちの PC でログは確認できねえのか？
Can't you check the logs with that computer instead?
ログファイルの存在は確認でき
I
る
can
が
see that the log file exists, but you must log on to the doctor's computer to see what's
中身は見
inside.
られないようだ。
ユーマ、せっかく博士の
Yuma, you were in the doctor's lab? Why didn't you check his computer?
We were a fucking ghost. What are you talking about?
The hell's wrong with you? You cannot touch anything while using spectral projection. So obviously we couldn't mess with the computer either.
だったら部屋にいる保安部
Why did you possess a peacekeeper in the room and make him order the others to do it? Don't be unrealistic, please. Ghost form isn't all powerful like that. Cannot take over someone else's body, nor can it be heard. In fact, we weren't able to even hear the conversation between Yuma and me when we were using spectral projection.
ご主人様、その
Yuma, I think you should carefully remember that spectral projection trait.
Huh? Why do you say that?
なんとなく
No reason. I just have a feeling.
Ghost form traits, as heard from Vivia, there are several limitations.
I bet either super gay Yomi or super gay I don't know, whoever else is gonna be like, oh well, I bet your friend could have just got into the room with ghost form and killed him, blah 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 blah.
Okay. Makes sense.
幽体離脱でも無理ってことは
Since it can't be done with spectral projection, someone has to go back there and look at the doctor's computer, right?
そんなの敵
It's basically jumping right into enemy territory. Well, Yuma, once you see the logs, you could jump in.
Hmm?
まずいな。心臓の鼓
This is
動が
bad. His heartbeat.
マジかよ所長は
Are you serious?
見てないで。
Is the chief gonna be alright?
Don't just stand there.
所長、
Right.
しっかりしてください。
Chief, please stay with us.
もともと時間の問題だったけど。
It was only a matter of time to begin with, but looks like that time has come.
No!
ねえ、どうしたらいい？
What should I do?
このまま
At this rate, it'll be over for everyone.
ヤコ所長も
Fyako, Kalara, Fubuki, Tezuhiko,
ビビアさん
even
も
Vivia.
誰も救えないまま終わる
I
なんて
refuse to let it end without saving anyone.
まずは嫌だ。
ぶっちゃけ謎迷宮に行くにしても、
To be honest,
が足りてない
if you want to go to the mystery labyrinth, you don't have enough clues.
You're saying that we can't do anything until we check the
どうにも
doctor's
ならない
computer?
ってこと？
ねえ、ご主人様。
Hey,
今まで誰かに頼ってばっか
you've always been relying on others until now.
そろそろ自分で何とか
Isn't it time you handle this by yourself?
見習いとはいえ、ご主人
You may be a trainee,
だから
but you're still a detective.
頼らずに自分の力
Try to save everyone on your own without asking for help.
Save them all
みんなを
on my own?
なんてね、ご主人様はそういう
Nah, I guess you're really not that type person. I'm just teasing you. Yuma, what's wrong?
もう一度現場に行って
I'm about to do something incredibly stupid. I'm heading back to check the doctor's computer. We have to find the final clue.
へ
Wow.
待てよ生身の
Wait, you're heading in there as yourself?
分かってんのかよ
Do you know what you're doing, Yuma? It's all over if you go out there and get caught.
でも僕は
Thanks
さ
for
っきの
investigation.
携帯で調査していた
While
お
in
かげで
ghost form,
保安部
I
員
have an
の
idea of where the
見当
peacekeepers
は
are
つけて
located.
し
I was not paying attention to that at all. Oops.
4人が大量の保安部を連れて戻ってくる今しか
That probably wouldn't be good information. I thought they were just wandering around
You know-
aimlessly.
You know, I'm sure it's gonna give you some kind of like ghost vision or something, but I could see in an older game, like Metal Gear, where it just expects you to remember that information.
Yeah. Uh-oh. Now is our only chance before Yomi comes back with more peacekeepers.
わかった調査はユーマに
Right,
任せ
I'll
よ
leave the investigation to you, Yuma.
おいいいのかよ
Hey, are you sure about this?
僕らは所長の処
Our
置
hands
で
are
手一
full
杯
with just trying to treat the chief.
ここはユ
We
ー
have
マ
no
に
choice
任せ
but
る
to
し
give
か
it to
ない
you.
博士の PC には
Doctor's computer
セキ
should
ュ
have
リティ
the
のログの他にも
security log and other
重要
important
なデー
data,
タが隠さ
data
れてい
hidden
るはず
inside.
だ
はい確認してきます
Right, I'll see to it.
私もお供します
I shall join you. That way, if you get caught, I can use my forte.
吹雪さん
No,
の力は
Fubuki,
みん
please
な
save
が
your
必要
power
な
for
時
when
に取って
everyone
おい
else
て
is
くだ
in
さい
danger.
僕なら大丈夫です
I'll be fine.
時間を戻すのは相当体力を使う
Bursting
んだ
time takes a lot of energy, right?
であれば
You'd be saved as
切
a
り
last
札は
resort.
後に取っておくわかりました
All right,
私もここに残るとするよ
I'll stay here as well.
なんでだよおめえは
What? Why? You should go!
私にできることなんて
There is nothing for me to do.
I mean, you're kind of an ass kicker, though. It would actually be reassuring if you, like, held them off for a bit.
それに真実を見つけた
Besides,
ところで
even if we found the truth, it would not improve the situation here.
だから諦めろっていうのか
So you're just gonna give up? You gotta be kidding!
もういいおめえに
Fine.
何も
I
頼ま
won't waste time asking you anymore.
れてろ
Just go to sleep or whatever.
ユーマお前だけが
Yuma, your only hope.
ルーキーじゃねえってとこを見せてや
Show me you're no longer just a rookie.
行ってくるよ
Right, heading off now.
ご主人様かっこいいじゃん
You're acting pretty cool.
僕だって探偵だからね
I'm a detective after all. Well, a trainee one.
キャッキャッキャ俺様ちゃん
Seems like my training is working.
それはそうと
It's a bit abusive, Shinigami. Oh, and
このドジっ子の時を戻す能力
regarding the clumsy girl's time winding power, you should probably keep that in mind too.
Huh?
なんで
Why?
まあ多分事件とは関係ない
It probably has nothing to do with the case. Just a feeling.
Okay.
念のためだよ
You know, just in case.
Sure. Fubuki's forte. Fubuki's forte can turn back time. It was used while controlling Amaton.
Again, that feels like another.
よし
How do you answer the question of how you got in there if nobody else is supposed to be able to get in there?
Yeah? Okay. Alright, move carefully so the peacekeepers don't spot us.
Oh my
Yeah,
god, the peacekeepers will
okay.
spot us.
That does make sense. That we would use it that way. Where else did Fubuki use her forte? He also used it.
On the run back.
Yeah, when we had dashed out to go. Why did we run away again? Kiriako scream?
Yes.
Why we
I
actually.
remember Desuhiko hugging Yomi. That was really funny.
That was very funny. I remember Desuhiko hugging Yomi and those dudes in the back with guns not immediately opening fire on us. We ran out, we saw Yakuo on the ground. There's a dude walking away on the other hallway. Rounds a corner and pulls off a big cloak and he looks like a scientist. And then then all the rest of them are carted out. And Fubuki had turned back time once already. Where's this? Peacekeeper there. There, so we gotta go this way.
Are you sure?
Nope.
I think you gotta go halfway up the hallway.
Yep.
Metal Gear.
God, the fucking.
That was the soundtrack one.
I know, and it totally caught me. I heard that. I was like, oh fuck. God damn! Why is there a gun cocking in the soundtrack?
That's the stupidest thing.
That's so dumb. Why is that a thing? There it is again.
There it is again. I think this is the only time he's ran around like this, right?
Yeah, we haven't really been needed to sneak around. Grab the thing. Grab it. Want to see it?
Grab what?
The picture on the map.
You have it.
No, we don't. We got it when we were ghosts.
Oh, no, that's right.
I want the physical.
Well, you don't
things.
need it.
Technically, no, but I want them. Because why wouldn't we grab them?
If you could grab it, you could potentially, clean the blood off and see whose face it is.
Yeah.
It might have dried by now, but
Managed to get here without being seen, but should be more peacekeepers ahead. Better keep moving and stay out of sight.
you're gonna have to hide in the vent like the killer did.
Oh. We've already established that we're too short to do that.
Shit. Better step on an automaton.
ねえ、もしかしたら毒ガスが
What if some toxic gas is still lingering around? Just kidding.
Fine, it's fine. I remember it. God, they're looking at something else. Knew it. Still some peacekeepers, but I'm at the computer. I'll be in their blind spot.
どうやってやり過ごすつもり？
How are you gonna get past them?
PC に近づくしかないよ。
Just need to reach the computer without being seen.
なかなかインポッシブルなミッション。
This mission is impossible.
今はドジっ子属性はい
You
らない。
gotta make sure you don't get clumsy. That was definitely a Japanese mission impossible. Like
Really? That's...
that did not need to be said like that.
Yep.
あとはこの PC を調
Let's
べ
let
るだけ
you
だ。
check the computer.
誰だ
Smooth, Yuma. Real smooth.
Who's there?
Oh no!
ドジっ子属性はいらない。
Jeez, I told you not to get clumsy.
テロリストの探偵かいつの間に
You're. Oh, that's you.
The terrorist detective, how'd you get in here?
捕まえてヨミー様に報告だ
I'll catch you and report you to Director Yomi.
I'm so glad that we now have the official title of terrorist detective. That's so funny.
ご主人様、こうなったら一
You'll have to take a chance in the mystery labyrinth.
待って、まだ PC
Wait, I didn't check the computer yet. I have to do that before going to the mystery labyrinth.
じゃあどうすんの？
And what are you gonna do?
どうしよ
What do we do?
Bold face lie. Quick.
いいかおとなしくする
Oh, quietly, resistance is futile.
しても無駄だから
どうした
What's the bet? Oh,
What the fuck?
there's the scene
Vivia?
with Vivian. The...
まあ
It's the same with the needle.
いつか
What
死
a
ぬ
pain. I wanna die someday.
I thought he was doing some kind of investigating. I thought maybe he had taken a sample of something and was about to like do some actual forensic work. No, he just fucking stabbed someone with good night juice. That's really funny. Vivia, you came to help me?
この注射器もね
I always like to keep this syringe in my pocket.
Yeah, right. I do have some questions about this. Now that you mention it.
？He walks around with a syringe. He's like a walking cop magnet.
放っておくべきだと分かっていても
I know I should leave you
ついつい気に
alone,
なってしまう
but curiosity got the best of me.
まるで死神のような君のこと
You are like death itself.
それ前にも言ってましたけど
You said that before,
僕は
but
死神探偵
not
な
the
んかじゃ
death
ないですよ
detective.
いいさ私
No matter. I will be a witness to the end.
いずれ君
What
が
does that mean, Livia?
叫び
Once you obtain the truth, I'll see if you choose to scream or fall silent.
よくわかりませんけど
I don't
とに
get
かく
what
助
you
かりまし
mean,
た
but you
今
really
のうちに
saved
博
me.
士の PC を調
Now
べ
I
ます
can check the doctor's computer.
ビビアさんのおかげで助かったな
Yeah, really helped us
今のう
out
ちに
there.
調査を
Let's
終わら
wrap
せよう
this up. Wrap up this investigation now.
Well, you can talk to him one more time.
Dave. Yeah.
ね
You're gonna check the doctor's computer, right? I think you should look into that as soon as possible.
All right, never mind.
Okay, look. Wait. Look around the room as a real person one more time. So
Oh.
you have a chance. Okay. Anything high up that he could have stepped on the automaton to get to. Only the vents which he couldn't fit through. There's up there on above the completely perfectly soggy. What is she talking about?
What is she talking about?
That one guy with his button. Yeah, that's funny.
Yep.
He could have been hiding above there, I guess, just in case somebody comes in. Like he could have tried to hide on top of the shelves. But
again, the footprints
did he jump from the couch? What's there on the couch?
lost. Book
Book.
Anatomy 101. There are 101 textbook. Fucking. Have. Couch.
Okay.
Yeah, that footprint, now that there's no fucking prompt in the way. Definitely a right foot on coming from Automaton's left. Someone would need to be standing here. Stepping on
Well,
on
there would be.
here
If
relative
Automaton
to
was
Automaton.
already, yeah, if Automaton was already there, but if Automaton was coming through the doorway, they'd be there. Guarding the button, I guess.
Ah. Doctor's computer.
よかったロックはかかってない
It's not locked, thank goodness.
そもそもこの部屋には
No one could enter this room, so he didn't need to set a password.
早速調べてみます
Let's check it out. Let's see.
セキュリティログファイル
Security
参照
log,
フォルダ1
reference folder 1,
フォルダ3
2, folder 3.
でご主人様は何を
Well, what are you looking at? And what did you find out?
要はセキュリ
Well,
ティをオンオ
basically,
フす
when
る
the
時
security
に
system is
自動
turned
的に
on
日
or
時
off,
記録が
it
残るようになって
automatically
いるん
records
だ
the date and time in the log.
だからもし
So if someone
誰か
cut
が
the
セキュリ
security
ティ
and
を
entered
勝手に
this
来て
room
こ
without
の部屋に
permission,
忍び込んだとしたらその時の記録
be
が残って
recorded
い
in
る
the
は
log.
ずなんだよ
俺様
Hmm.
わかんないや
I don't really get it. I'm not into modern machines and stuff.
Huh?
これどういうこと
What's
だ
going on here?
どうしたの
What's wrong?
直近でセキュリティが解除されたのは1時間ほど前
The only instance of the security being switched off was an hour ago. It hadn't been turned back on since. It hadn't been turned back on since. So
これは
that means this must have been when I used Amapal or Amaton to disable the security.
うんうんそれで
Right? So what?
ただ
Oh, the last time security was cut was 90 days ago. That does line up with the 3 months figure we heard from those two researchers.
Yeah, and I think I think this is a red herring of evidence. Like, it doesn't matter that the security was not turned off. What matters is that somebody else was able to get through the security, open the door without turning the security off, kill him, and wait for us to come in and turn the security off. Because opening that outside door does not turn off security automatically. 90 days?
Which means that security was up for at least 90 days before I disarmed it. There wasn't a single moment that security was cut during that time.
This old man was cooped up in here for 90 days? He's a bona fide shut-in.
That's not the problem here. There's no record of anyone coming in or out of this room. There should be a log of the hitman entering before we did. Since there isn't, the doctor couldn't have been murdered here.
Are there any logs of the door opening and closing?
It's the perfect impossible crime.
On the looks of it, it appears we have strayed further from the truth. Files are formatted to prevent editing. There doesn't appear to be signs that the log was rewritten.
Check the data, but it's just made the crime even more impossible.
And thus the mystery deepens. Mysteriousul.
Not over yet. There could be more secret data. Valara even mentioned it. His emails haven't been deleted. He's been communicating a lot with the same person. One message is fairly recent too. From to Doctor. Doctor, we have trouble. Someone has discovered our deal. You go into hiding for the time being.
HK GTA 70.
From Doctor. Here's it's time to call it quits. We've profited enough from this already. Too dangerous to leak research and confidential information any longer. I shall fully withdraw from here. This money I will fund my new research. Rumor is true? Do you intend to leave Kanai Ward? Doctor, don't tell me you're plotting to take up the research and run. I hope you already know this, but you have nowhere to go. What's the matter, Doctor? Are you ignoring me? Not permit any betrayal. I told you before, but you have nowhere to run. Prepare yourself. This is...
Quite a suspicious exchange. I'm sure Doctor refers to Dr. Huesca, but who is the anonymous person?
The address is just random characters jumbled together. It'd be hard to figure out who the person is just from this.
Doctor spoke to a mysterious person about leaking research and confidential information.
Speaking of which, Makoto mentioned something similar.
Well, this is just a rumor, but someone in Amaterasu Corporation is working behind the scenes with Dr. Huesca. I don't know what they're plotting, but if this rumor is true, they must be dealt with eventually.
So his suspicions were right. Searching through the backlog of emails, this appears to have been going on for over 5 years. But it seems like their relationship soured about 6 months ago. Guess the doctor wanted to cut ties.
So the doctor plotted to leave Kanai Ward, and this anonymous tried to stop him.
止めようとしたっていうか、ほとんど
It's more like he directly threatened him, if you ask me.
Email records of Dr. Weska and Anonymous. Regular communication between them until just recently.
もしかして殺し屋を雇ったのってこの謎の
Could
人物
Anonymous be the one who hired the hitman?
自分に逆らった博士を排除するため
The
に
doctor betrayed him, so he sought to kill the doctor.
筋は
Makes sense.
博士が引きこもっていたのも研究のため
Doctor didn't shut himself in here just for research. He did it to protect himself.
謎の人物に脅されて
He felt Anonymous posed a threat, so he barricaded himself in a lab with impenetrable security.
これまた筋は
That also makes sense.
でも身の危険を感じてた割には
But he sure didn't act like someone living with a death threat, right?
よっぽどセキュリティに自信があったのか
Either he was that confident in his security, or it was just a facade.
とにかくこの謎の人物
Regardless, this Anonymous is very
この人
suspicious.
物の正体さえ突き止めれ
If
ば
only we could find out who this is.
ただその人が殺し屋に依頼したとしても侵入
Even if that person hired the hitman, we still don't know how he got inside.
God, that's still bugging me. How do we not know yet? We don't even have a clue. We don't have an inkling of a clue. What could it be? Fuck.
I really like your drone idea. I think, you know, all it takes is a vacuum sealed suit, and they've got to have one in a lab like this, right?
Oh,
Dealing with
fuck.
hazardous chemicals like sulfuric acid.
I don't know.
We haven't seen any.
もちろんそれが最大の問題
True.
だ
That is the biggest puzzle here.
犯人はどうやって
How did the culprit get through such perfect security and murder the doctor?
殺害したのかその謎が残っている限りこ
Don't
の事
figure
件の
that
謎は
out.
解けないし
Case can't be solved.
僕たちの無実
Her
を
innocence
証
can't
明
be
すること
proven.
もできない
Huh? Been watching the back of the hallway for forever, but
Ah,
looks like
shit.
someone's finally walking up on us
どう
with
してここに
guns.
What are you doing here?
透明かよ
You again?
Shit.
なあおめえはな
What are you anyway?
俺の邪魔をする
Were you born just to get in my way?
それとも
Or was this all fated from the very beginning?
いや
No. Fate is just an excuse for defeatists.
いいぜ見
Alright. Fine. You're not just some shit in my path.
俺の理想を阻むし
You're an obstacle in the way of my ideals. A piece of trash.
Glad we got upgraded from shit to trash.
Okay, yeah, that didn't feel like much of a upgrade.
ゴミは適切に処理しねえとな
Trash must be dealt with properly before you rot and stink.
It's also very funny that they're 100% focused on Yuma. No guns are pointed at Vivia.
Maybe he's not even there.
おめえ名前は
What's your name?
ユーマ・ココヘッド
Yuma Cocohead.
そうか
I
下
see.
水にでもおめえの名前
I'll make a path through Kanai Ward's sewers with your name on it.
名前の由来はもちろん
Of course, it'll be named after your bones once they're dumped there.
おいこの犯罪者
Hey! Capture these criminals.
俺が処刑する
I'll execute them on the spot.
Capture these criminals. I'll execute them on the spot.
Just shoot them now. Like
shoot-
what?
yeah.
Why you just start blasting?
Just start blasting.
死神ちゃんいける
Shinigami, can you do it?
もちろんだよご主人
Of course.
ようやく俺様たちのパ
We're finally acting like partners.
もちろん俺様ちゃんのコンビ
It's all thanks to my patient training. Are you ready?
The Mystery Labyrinth.
It's you. Arise, Mystery Labyrinth! Every time.
Every time I'm... Yeah, no, I'm not ready. It's always a shock. We've seen this 5 times, and every single time it's a surprise.
It's just the way the boobs flail. It's just so funny.
Why is the dude with the baton the first one to charge at us? Oh, and now he's back.
Standing there.
In the pre-rendered cutscene, he was in a different pose.
Oh, hang on. Are we in the footage? Yeah, they swap positions. What the fuck? So this is your true power.
Yuma-kun.
Yuma. I knew you were dangerous.
何を言ってももう足をくれ
No matter what you say, it's already way too late.
This fucking bicycle kick us in here.
I want to die someday. Down the rabbit hole we go! Extra detail on the pre-rendered cutscenes is so funny.
It's amazing. All right, Mystery Labyrinth time. I think we're gonna have to call it there. Or else this is gonna go on till like 2 in the morning.
Yeah, we'll go on.
Oh my god. I have no idea how it happened. I have no idea what's coming. It's entirely possible we might just die in the Mystery Labyrinth this time.
Man, Can you load the save from 30 minutes earlier, and can we just review all the things we had gotten?
Should
review the 22:11.
Yeah, I have to for this.
Oh yeah, because you can't load from here. Yeah.
I can't load from here. If I close, it'll start the Mystery Labyrinth.
I'm thinking it's just way more obvious than it's leading on to, I think. And I think it's just gonna hand wave it and say like, yeah, he probably did just get an airtight suit from somewhere. We didn't find one, but like he would just dispose of it. It wasn't hard.
Would it be 3002?
The one at the top of the list is the one you just saved.
No, can we leave the autosave up?
Oh.
Try it. See where this puts us. Nope.
That's the start of the cutscene?
That is the cutscene post-transformation sequence. So yeah, I'm gonna have to load up the 30-minute later one.
I think you have one not as far.
Uh, 22:30. That is the 11 save. 11.
Is the blackout related? Because
Is the blackout related?
in the last mystery, the phone booth exploding was actually a cover for the other bigger explosion, the pipe explosion.
Okay, so we've got everything except for the correspondence. So, we've got our solution keys are the airlock decontamination device. The device exists to prevent leakage from toxic gas chamber. The lid is barred, but has a hinge to make it easy to open and close. Toxic gas properties. Toxic gas is bacterial, so regular gas masks are ineffective against it. Even if you hold your breath, it can be absorbed through the skin. There are no effective treatments for it in existence. It takes 30 minutes after exposure for the toxins to spread, and death is certain. Anyone waiting to force their way through the toxic gas chamber would need a spacesuit. Panel chamber door. The door of the panel chamber is designed to open slowly. Since Automaton's arms had to be retracted first, it took time to enter the room even after the door opened. Automaton fell over rather suddenly when it was about to enter.
Dead.
There were no steps or obstacles, so it was presumed to have been knocked down by the fleeing culprit. High voltage in the panel chamber. There are 9 panels in a 3x3 configuration. You must step on them in a special order to proceed. Stepping on them in the wrong order unleashes a high voltage current.
But
Panel
does stepping on them is the door itself tied to the panels? Do you have to get the correct sequence for the door to be unlocked?
No, I think it'll just kill you.
What?
The panels will just kill you. I think the door, you
No,
can
no,
just
no.
open and close it if you're on the other side.
Okay, yeah, that's what I was asking.
The only hazard is stepping on the wrong panel in the wrong order. The button is just a button. Panel chamber decontamination device. Device exists to prevent leakage from the toxic gas chamber. Unlike the decontamination device in the airlock chamber, the cover on the ones in the panel chamber cannot open or close. Dr. Huesca, stab wounds in the back. 3 stab wounds in Dr. Huesca's back. One of them still has a knife stuck in it. With no other injuries, this appears to be the cause of death. Fink the Slaughter Artist's knife. A knife with the letter F inscribed on it. This appears to be the weapon used to murder Dr. Huesca. It said the knife used by Fink the Slaughter Artist to prove to his clients that he killed his target. Same knife found next to Chief Yakuo. Information on Dr. Huesca. Dr. Huesca was the kind of person who would take advantage of and sacrifice others for the sake of research. Since the cancellation of a big project 3 years ago by higher-ups, he's become a complete shut-in. He had hearing issues so severe he could be considered deaf, but he was able to read lips to communicate with others. This was why he refused to speak to Makoto, since he wears a mask. There are also rumors the Doctor was planning to flee Kanai Ward, an act seen as betrayal to the Matarasu Corporation. Perhaps someone in the company found out the plot and sent a hitman. A shoe print on Automaton's head. Critical lab, there was a shoe print on Automaton's head. When Automaton was moved into the airlock chamber, however, there was no shoe print. At some point in between the setting up Automaton, turning it on, and sending it to the lab, shoe print appeared.
Do you think the shoe print could be not just from a kick over, but like a toad, like more like a toadstool jump where they jumped off of the automaton? I guess to where there is part of the question. But
Yeah, and again, it's a weird spot. It's clearly a right footprint coming from Automaton's left. So it was from the couch, basically. If we assume that it appeared after when Automaton was knocked over after entering the lab. We have no idea when exactly this could have happened, but that is the most likely case. Doctor's notes. Notebook found on the doctor's desk. It has diagrams of a person being splashed with sulfuric acid. Doing this would cause clothes and skin to melt, rendering the victim unrecognizable. What's the doctor trying to do? What was the doctor trying to do? What?
What
The
was
doctor trying to do?
what was the doctor trying to do? What was the research? What was he trying to do?
Is this part of his escape plan? Douse himself with sulfuric acid? Better to be hideous
What?
live than, caught a week later, because you still look like the doctor who escaped Amaterasu Corp.
Doing this would cause rendering the victim unrecognizable.
Not necessarily lethal. There canned foods and bottled water inside the lab, however, not much of either remains. Was pretty much out after his month refill. Did he not get murdered? Was Dr. Huesca not murdered? Is Dr. Huesca not dead? That's a good question. Is it possible for this to be another body doppelganger? Make the slaughter artist be a cover for Dr. Huesca to escape.
Ooh. But the body, if the body had been doused in sulfuric acid, that feels reasonable.
Yeah. Body was made unreal.
Why wouldn't that explain Fink? I think that could explain Fink without a problem.
Yeah.
He walks out after we let him out. Because I'm certain that the killer gets out only when Amaton disables the security system.
Might have been the one to escape. Yeah, the only real problem is how easy would it have been for the killer to have hid an event, let's say, in the decontamination room, to then wait for us to pass by and rush into the room and get out before the peacekeepers followed in pretty much immediately after.
I think because the door opens, like we had to have the Amaton get knocked over. Then we looked at the body. Amaton had to stand up. He had to turn to the door. I think even Desuhiko wouldn't let you turn off the security. He made you go check the body first as Amaton,
Yeah.
and then he made you turn off the security.
Hmm.
I think there was more than enough time that he could have got to a hiding place.
Yes.
The knife.
But would the does the security activate both ways though? Because we rushed in pretty much as soon as the security was disabled, right? So if the poison gas chamber activated, going in and going out, he would still have to pass through it before hiding in the vent in the first decontamination chamber.
I suppose that's correct.
Again, we don't know if that's how that works, but I'm going to assume it does because that's what would make sense. Why would you not have the poison gas go off just whether someone enters the room regardless of which way they come in from?
Because it's supposed to protect the lab, so if you come in through the other room, why would it turn on? Do you have notes here on the gas chamber room? We're still going, right? We still got lots of keys.
Nothing helpful. Already rest. I'd think you would have known.
Go back to the airlock. Like go back to the top.
Prevent leakage from toxic gas chamber. The lid is barred. The lid is barbed as a hinge to make it easy to open and close.
And the toxic gas chamber, does it say how it activates?
Nope.
Activate?
Just that is just information about the toxic gas, not the chamber itself.
Right.
I don't know. Do not know. It's a really good thought, though. I didn't even consider that at all. Thanks to F. Shupranamata on Ampel. Yeah. Maybe that Huesca body is a homunculus body. No, it was still warm when we got there, right?
Was it? I'm not sure.
I think we addressed
do you
it,
have
yeah.
a picture of his body here? Then I think you
of-
just have the stab wounds in his back, right?
Yeah, not a full body. The one on his back. Yeah, that's the murder. It looked fine.
I definitely like. There was another when we were, I think, in ghost form. There was a point where the guys, the two peacekeepers were talking about the corpse, and it kind of showed us a different angle. It was very
Yeah,
clearly Dr.
very clearly his face. Yeah, it is so suspicious that that's called out. We did get a look at the corpse of the corpse's face from an odd camera angle. It did look everything like Dr. Wesker. Okay, stored food, canned food, and bottles of water inside the lab. Not much remains either. Vent in the
Yeah,
lab.
Yuma leans over him when he's investigating the knife in his back as a ghost, and it zooms like right up on Dr. Wesker's like shocked face with his eyes still open and everything.
Yeah. There's a tiny vent in the critical lab, but the cover is fixed in place and not large enough for a person to pass through. That feels like one of the disproving. And the Phantom will say, "Yeah, but what about this?" And we say, "No, can't be that."
Right.
Storage key. Storage room contains confidential documents, so the door is locked. Peacekeeper Director Yomi manages the storage room. Yomi holds the only key to the storage room. There are no others. That is related to the missing file.
We
and
also
the
have to
map.
solve Yakuo's murder, technically, or assault if he's still alive.
Yes, so yeah.
Which means the map had to come out of that room that only Yomi had the key to,
Right.
and would have had to get into Yakuo's hands.
Yes.
So if it's something he yoinked off of Yomi, I don't know, maybe he's a really good pickpocket, and we haven't described this yet, and then later got stabbed by Fink, or he was like wrestling with Yomi and gets stabbed. Oh, he doesn't know it's Yomi maybe at the time. Gets stabbed and grabs the map off of them at the same time.
Yomi Fink the slaughter artist?
Like wherever that map came from,
had to have gone through Yomi.
It had to have gone through Yomi.
Mm.
So either Yomi gave the map to Fink, and Fink is a different person, and then Fink and Yakuo had a scuffle, and Yakuo grabbed it off of him. I think that's probably more likely.
Yeah.
Because
then why
I
wouldn't
think Yomi was in the
map
room with
then?
us when Yakuo was screamed and got stabbed. Right? So
yeah.
I think we know that. Yeah, I think we know that Fink is not Yomi.
Yeah, for that to be the case, not Fink Yomi, but about the Yakuo grabbing the map. Yakuo had to have he had to have pickpocketed Fink basically. He sees a suspicious person in the full cloak, fishes his hand in, grabs the map, and then gets stabbed and screams. Fink walks away. Yakuo stashes the map. Or Yakuo falls down, stashes the map. Because that's the only way that would make sense for that map to be there.
It makes sense if Yomi gave that to Fink. So he's like, here's the layout. Here's what I'm asking you to do. Go in there, kill the doctor. Right? That makes the most sense to me. So at the very least, we know that that doesn't give us more details about how this mystery got solved, but maybe at least that
just ties Yomi to Fink.
Ties Yomi to Fink and, gives Fink reasonable cause to know what the security system was, how it worked, and maybe have ways to bypass it.
Yeah.
By preparing for it, right? Preparing a airtight suit, and then he gets away. He disposes of the suit, and then as he's walking away, Yakuo finds him, snatches the map off of him, gets stabbed, and then we watch Fink walk away with a lab coat.
Yeah, but Fink made no effort to retrieve the map?
I don't think he like. I can imagine it just being a simple case of, Yakuo's grabbed onto him and he's shoving the knife into him and doesn't see the hand, like it just assumes that Yakuo is just grabbing at him, just like trying to fight him off, and doesn't realize he's actually gotten something out of his pocket. Because he clearly, like, it's clearly folded up and it's clearly got his blood all over it. So he
Yeah.
probably kind of palmed it and then was able to kind of drag himself to the plant and put it away.
Hmm. Oh, God, there's so much going on. Alright, missing file. Most of the old research logs storage room managed by Director Yomi. Section of files on the shelf is missing. Whatever he didn't want others to see has already been disposed of. Okay. Floor plan of the lab was supposed to be a top secret file. It was found hidden behind a houseplant. Photo of a young man and woman. The woman is wearing a white lab coat. Perhaps she is a researcher at the lab. The man cannot be recognized because of bloodstains on the picture. Who could this woman?
Well, he didn't point to the thing and say, hey, this is Fink. He pointed back to the guy that just left and said, that's the hitman. That's Fink.
Yeah, he pointed Fink the Slaughter Artist down the hallway.
Yakuo is always like reminiscing about the good times.
Yeah.
So, but I don't understand why he would hide this picture, if that's the case.
Yeah, I don't know. I have no idea who. Yakuo's statement. Yakuo testified that Hitman attacked him. Sure.
Do we know that the photo is... Like, what if the photo and the map were together for some reason?
Oh. Yeah,
Like,
I
see how
was
the
assuming this
photo
was.
is- or
I
the
was
map
assuming
is
this was a
folded?
photo of Yakuo, but yeah, what if Fink had this? This isn't Yakuo's possession that he stashed with the map. This was something that Fink had with the map. So yeah, what if Yakuo
Fink's-
was just what if Yakuo was the target? And this is like, oh yeah, kill this guy. And he sent him after Yakuo.
Or what you just... Okay, I like that idea. But what you had said also made another idea in my head, which is that what if this is Fink's possession? He had it folded in a pocket, and he put the map in the pocket. And this is like Fink's girlfriend or something that Dr. Huesca got killed or something like that.
Maybe.
And they're both scientists or something. So the Fink the Slaughter Artist is kind of a cover, and it is a copycat, and he's just a scientist guy that's pissed at Huesca. Why would he also kill Yakuo? I don't know. That's why I like your better. Yours better.
Yeah.
Like,
Like,
yeah,
what
kill
if
this guy.
Yeah, what if the Huesca is just a decoy to kill Yakuo? Because Yakuo, I don't know, he does go out. Probably plenty of ways to kill him. Just come back to a fucking sub, which makes it pretty easy to evade a hitman.
I don't think that sub has very particularly good security. We were able to bomb it pretty easily. I would just could do it again. Again, they lived off of that, so
Yeah. Yeah, they did. We did survive their sub being torpedoed, so at that point, yeah, you kind of need to send a hitman to do the job right. I don't know if it goes anywhere, but I'm really liking that idea of Yakuo being the target all along. And this...
I think Yakuo is the target. If it's really Fink, then I think the letter wasn't sent by Fink. Had to have been sent probably by who hired Fink. It was probably Yomi. And I think Yakuo and Huesca were both targets. Probably, hey, you're going after Huesca. Here's a map. By the way, if this guy shows up, kill him too, and I'll give you a bonus or whatever. Something like that. And I think, I do think he was a target because that knife is the way he shows that he did the killing. Otherwise,
Yeah.
why not just take the knife with it?
Yeah.
Like for Dr. Huesca, there's 3 stab wounds, and he left the knife there, so it's not like he had a problem, pulling the knife out.
Hmm.
For Yakuo, he stabs him once, and then has to run away, but he could have just pulled the knife with him. Yakuo was able to take it out, presumably, which he shouldn't have done, by the way.
Yes.
That'll be my end. That'll be the end tip of my end tip.
Okay.
That'll be the end tip.
Yeah. So interesting. Yeah, I hadn't even considered that this photo wasn't Yakuo's. This could have been on Fink. That's such a fallout. Yakuo's statement. Yep. Fink attacked him. We're gonna assume that that's what he meant when he just said Fink the slaughter artist and pointed. Security power supply. The Critical Lab security system operates on a separate power system than what is managed in the electrical room. So,
the only thing I could think of is that he had to disable the power so that he could get through, or he could get in to the main lab, perhaps. Because I think when we arrived with Makoto, and that's why I thought it was weird that it didn't ask us to go back and investigate the entrance to the secret lab. But when we arrived with Makoto, there was a very clear security checkpoint.
Yeah, it looked like a metal detector.
And they said, like, hey, somebody got in. Right? So maybe he had to disable the power so he could go get something, or go do something. Go grab one of the airtight suits from storage or something. And he needed the cover of the blackout.
Maybe. Again, the blackout happened after we had talked to Huesca. We got caught.
After we talked to Huesca.
Thrown into the security room.
Before he got killed.
Yakuo and Desuhiko showed up. Blackout happened. We go back to Dr. Huesca's room. We run into Fubuki. Grab Fubuki. We talk to Dr. Huesca. And then Dr. Huesca gets killed.
He gets killed in that conversation immediately following the blackout, which means whatever the blackout was, it was 100% a setup for getting into the room. Maybe not to bypass the specific security of the lab, the critical lab, but could have been to do something in the other part of the lab.
Yes, yeah.
Which is why I'm surprised that there's nothing else in any of these other things that points us to, in the Amaton lab they have suits, or in this other lab they have suits or something, whatever.
Electrical room eyewitness. Right after the blackout, researcher near the electrical room went inside to turn the power back on. At the time, they witnessed a dark silhouette passing through the shadows. Researcher claims it must have been the hitman, although the identity of the figure is unknown. It's certain a suspicious person was near the electrical room right after the blackout.
When we met Fubuki, did she mention anything about the blackout? Because
no, she's just excited to see us.
We found her. Yeah. We found her around that time.
Yeah. Death threat. Death threat was sent not only to the target, Dr. Huesca, but also to the Peacekeepers and the Nocturnal Detective Agent. However, according to Vivia's investigation, there has never been a case where Fink the Slaughter Artist issued a death threat. Perhaps the current case is special. Okay. Amaton's design. Amaton can be controlled via a special tablet device. Watching the camera feed from Amaton's eyes, and watch the camera feed through Amaton's eyes and use the key buttons to control it. A mic can be used to communicate via voice. For safety, the ends of the arms are ball-shaped, but can still be used for actions such as pressing buttons. While extending or retracting an arm, the controls for the camera and body do not function. This is to prevent the arm's wires from being tangled when children handle it roughly. Load capacity of 100 kilograms and is durable enough to withstand most falls. Sales pitch: withstand, play with your rowdiest kids. And tough enough for an elephant to stand on. Okay. So that footprint is... yeah, the footprint wouldn't be something that would break Automaton. Someone could just stand on Automaton. But it's a single footprint, so they weren't, like, just perched on there. Unless there were some kind of acrobat. Ghost form traits. This is such a interesting thing for Shinigami to call out. These two things. As heard from Vivia, the traits of ghost form are as follows. Cannot touch anything while using spectral protection. Cannot take over someone else's body, nor can it be heard. Three very...
I think it's gotta be Yomi that's putting the blame on us, and we have to fight against him, saying, no, it wasn't us. It really wasn't us.
Yeah.
Here's why.
Probably, yeah. Yeah, these seem like very, like, exonerating pieces of evidence rather than incriminating. Fubuki's forte can turn back time. It was used while controlling Amapal. The traits of her ability are as follows. Reversing time consumes a lot of energy. If time has been turned back once, it cannot be turned back beyond that point. Matter.
I mean, could be like, there could be something saying, I don't know, how do we know that you... I don't know what it would be. It's probably something where, like, doesn't really know the rules of the time travel, so it's just saying things like, how do you know the time travel couldn't have just... you could have killed it using time travel somehow. It's like, no, these are the rules of time travel.
Yeah, more exaggerating stuff. Like, oh yeah, Fubuki couldn't have done it. Not how the time travel works.
It's probably gonna be trying to blame basically each of our companions.
Yeah, I'm interested to see how this turns up, though. Like, how exactly is this addressed? Because it's so weird that this would be addressed.
I also still think it's like, it's still really interesting to note that Fubuki, when she finds Yakuo's body, she was like, oh no, even this time, right? Like, she already clearly tried to turn back time.
Yeah.
And, how much did that affect the outcome? Did that mean that we got to hear Yakuo's words as opposed to not? Did that mean we got to see the back of Fink as opposed to not? Right?
Yes, I think that is the case. I think whatever it was that happened the first time for Fubuki, maybe Fubuki called out to Tetsuhiko to stop, or to Yuma not to run, and then we walked out to just Yakuo's corpse, and she turned back time, and then didn't say anything the second time, and just let Yuma run out, even if it, looked really stupid because they were guns trained on us. Does seem a little bit out of character for Fubuki to have done that the first time, though. So it's strange to... it's weird to think that was the case. And if it's not, then what did she think was going to be different the second time after she rolled back time? Because she didn't do anything this time. She didn't do anything in our current timeline. So, yeah. From our perspective, it looks like she turned back time for nothing. Because nothing... She didn't take any suspicious actions throughout that whole sequence. So it didn't look like she was operating on knowledge that she shouldn't have had. Whereas when we do it with Fubuki, like when we were operating Amaton, Tetsuhiko said, "Oh yeah, it looks like you just did it the first try with no effort."
Mm.
So it does look suspicious when someone uses Fubuki's forte to change the outcome of something.
Whoever Fink is, they're massive.
Whoever Fink is, they're fucking huge. They're enormous.
Which does play a little bit into that. What if it is Dr. Huesca and he has a body double? It very clearly showed us like the killer's almost like neck and jawline.
Or it showed us their
that's-
disguise.
Possibly.
Yeah, we don't know for sure that is truly what he looks like. It's just that's what he looked like at the time.
Yeah.
Because although it is a power that has so far been unique to Tetsuhiko, the ability for perfect disguise is a thing that exists in this universe.
I don't think it would even necessarily be perfect disguise at all. I think it just, as long as they could, let's say it was Huesca, like if he shaved and like cleaned up and everything, maybe he'd be able to and like corrected his posture. Maybe he'd be able to throw on a lab coat and look, because when someone shaves their beard, they look very different, right? Sometimes you don't recognize them even. Oh, so maybe he could like put on the lab coat and look like any other scientist for a while until he's able to get out.
Maybe, yeah.
It's very clearly like not Yomi, because he had his guards with him and he came right from the other room. Fubuki, yeah, Fubuki says even the second time. Maybe she tried to turn back time and she's just recoiling at the fact that like Yomi kicks at Yakuo's body. Even the second time around, but yeah, I don't think she really changed anything.
Yeah, there's so much going on. It's just so hard to clock any case.
So wild. So wild.
So wild.
Well, we have a while to go to wrap this up. In the meantime,
yeah. Oh boy, oh boy. Oh my gosh. I don't want to stop here because this will be a thing that we'll just be thinking about all week of like, no, but what if? No, but what if? And it's just never gonna settle for us. But we're gonna have to call it there for this evening. What do we got going on this week? Today is Monday, so Tuesday, come hang out with me over here. Because we will, I believe, be finishing up Metal Gear. Yeah, I'm looking forward to that.
Can't wait for you to bomb that Metal Gear.
Oh yes, it's original Metal Gear. It's actually quite fun. There's a lot of like running around busy work. But you know what? For a game from 1988, I had a really good time with it so far. I'm looking forward to see how it ends, and I'm looking forward to taking down Metal Gear. On Thursday, hop on over to Noah's channel, Pet Games, P3T Games, because we will be not progressing the main story of Hogwarts Legacy. We're going to be doing some side stuff. Because we're not allowed to progress the main story of Hogwarts Legacy right now.
God. goddamn level lock
Ah.
content. We may have to try to wrap up Hogwarts Legacy in the next like month, because I think my Thursdays are gonna be a busy day.
Ooh, really?
Yeah.
Yeah. Chances of
want
starting
me
DMC 3 the same stream. From my research, Metal Gear should take about 5 hours total, and we are about 3 hours into it, so probably not. Unless we go just full out from the start. Going with the guide for the last little bit of Metal Gear.
It's fun to watch you struggle, though.
But it is fun to watch me struggle. Thank you, Noah.
You're welcome.
But yeah, hopefully not too much of, not much more of Hogwarts Legacy is going to be level locked. I think I was level 32 by the time I had finished the main story. So, don't know how much we are going to be locked. We'll have to see. Yeah, Hogwarts Thursday. On Friday, come hang out over with me again, because we will be playing some more Death Stranding.
New area.
New area
New
time.
Baddies.
Oh boy, oh boy.
Tech.
Gonna be a lot more just regular people we're gonna be fighting, apparently. We'll see how that goes. On Sunday, both me and Noah are gonna be streaming, because we are going to be continuing playing some Resident Evil Revelations 2.
Yeah, I had a good time.
Yeah.
I had fun. A little episodic. You know what's funny? If we didn't have all the technical issues and we had done, like Claire and Barry's story in the first thing, it would have been one episode per stream. But because we had the tech issues, we offset by like one chapter,
Yeah.
basically.
Yeah, we are, I guess. Ah, shit. Oops.
Ah, well.
Oh well. But yeah, Resident Evil on Sundays. And then come back here Monday for what very well might be the last Raincode stream. Because as per Spike Chunsoft streaming rules, we're not allowed to stream Chapter 5. So, yeah, as disappointing as that might be, next week might just be the end of Raincode. I think if we email Spike Chunsoft's fucking PR department, if we can have them revise that rule now that it's like 2 years out.
I was gonna say, if it's been a long time since the release, I suppose, but I can also see them saying like, hey, if you were to stream like, I don't know, all the Gumshoe Gab and all the other story content, then what is there for other people to experience, right?
Mm-hmm.
So go play it yourself. Like what's it called? The princess one.
Slay the Princess.
Slay the Princess? Yeah. Struggle. That's so much content. And
Yeah.
part of it is the surprise of like finding each thing as you go and having the different perspective on the overall story, because you don't know what's going on at the beginning. So if you watch somebody play it, then like there's a lot of it that you're missing, but there's also quite a bit that you haven't caught yet, especially if it's just a couple playthroughs as opposed to like, I don't know, every single ending or every single possible combination of playthroughs. But I don't think there's a playlist like that. Probably there's a playlist of all the endings, but
Mhm.
probably not every combination of
Right,
things.
yeah.
Just like guide on how to get to this route or guide on how to get to that route. As we discovered, there's multiple ways to get to the same kind of endings.
Yeah, yeah.
But anyway, yeah, we could see if they're like, they could mail us back and say, yeah, we still hold that rule, or they could say like, maybe when our next game releases or something, we won't care. But for now, who knows?
Just looking up what's comparable. 5 Royale release.
They want to
date.
send us a free copy of their next game for us to stream. Then sure, we'll respect their rules. But we paid for our copy of the game. So
Yeah.
What are they gonna do? Take it away from us? Do they know your Steam ID? Can they ban you? I don't think so.
Have I put my stream? Have I accidentally showed my stream? My Steam profile on the stream?
Probably some episode.
So the Princess
But-
devs encourage pirating their games. That's hysterical.
It's the kind of thing that I can understand why you wouldn't want that, but I also think that that's awesome. And as a small dev who knows that there's probably a lot of people who just cannot afford the game even at a cheap price, or just live in countries that, I don't know, Steam is not accessible or other servers are not accessible.
Yeah.
Yeah, why not? I don't know, it's like, if you cannot obtain the game legally, you're gonna obtain it illegally anyway, so just play the damn thing so you can talk about it.
Yeah.
That way at least you're in the community, you're chatting with people about it, and maybe you're making art for it or whatever. That's gonna boost the company and the game far more than trying to put DRM crap in everything.
Raincoat. I looked up what Persona 5 did as a comparable, hey, don't stream this past this chapter or past this date. It looks like they lifted their stream restrictions about a year after release. Because for Persona 5, they didn't want you streaming basically the last chapter. But you could stream up to it. And I think they actually went around and took stuff down. So we
But
should
that was
be in
under
the
a different
clear.
publisher, right?
It is a different public. That was Atlas versus Spike. There's a Spike for Raincoat here. Yeah.
Is Raincoat Plus different? Like, is there some difference in the release dates?
I
of
don't
that?
know what the actual content, what the actual difference of Raincoat Plus from Raincoat is.
Is Raincoat Plus just their maybe localized and other platforms? I don't know what the original one.
I
on
believe
different systems.
Raincoat Plus has like a digital novel included inside, as well as maybe like art book or stuff like that.
Okay, so maybe it's not.
Yeah, I don't know the actual
Really a
upgrades
different
from
release or
Raincoat
anything.
Plus over Raincoat. Yeah, I guess I don't know. I guess we'll email Spike Chunsoft up, see if they respond.
Oh wait, it says be careful, avoid publishing. Oh no, it says even when revealing story elements up to the end of chapter 4.
Yeah.
Just make sure you put spoiler tags and stuff. Blah, 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 blah.
Oh yeah, spoilers for Raincoat. You've been mentioning that every single stream. Oops, I guess. Yeah, I guess.
What? You're looking up a video about Raincoat. It's either somebody just talking about the game without playing it, or it's someone actively playing it, in which case you're gonna get spoilers.
Yeah.
Like, I don't know. What do you want?
No. Here's a contact us. I'll message the contact us, see what comes from that. If we're unlucky, next
all-
week might be the last Raincoat episode. Who knows? If we're lucky, hey, more raincoat.
If you're kind of lucky, but also unlucky, we may get 2 episodes because they say no, but also this mystery labyrinth takes hours to get through.
There is
we
always that.
stop
This
at
next
some
mystery labyrinth
midpoint.
could take 10 hours and we have to split it into 2 streams.
Yeah. Especially if, we're reasonable about how much time we would spend in the one, and we're like, okay, we gotta cut it there and
Yeah,
just
yeah.
continue next time.
Who knows? We haven't had an intermission since Chapter 0, have we?
Chapter 0 have a proper intermission?
I think it did. It had like an intermission, hey, save here. I could be wrong though. I genuinely don't remember. I could be thinking of the, hey, you're entering the mystery labyrinth save point.
I do remember that the labyrinth itself did kind of feel like it had two steps to it.
Yeah.
Um,
Yeah, but at this point, I don't really remember.
I think all the
whether I'm-
labyrinths have kind of had that though. Like when it was the high school girls, it was like you did the 3 doors, and I was like, okay, we did the 3 doors. Now what? Oh, now there's the door on the ceiling,
Yeah.
and that was kind of like its whole other thing. So it's kind of like an
It
intermission
feels like
point.
there is a cut point, but I think I'm mixing up Danganronpa too much with this. Whereas Danganronpa had actual, hey, save your game here. Here's an intermission. Here's the Monokuma Theater. I'm starting to doubt myself whether or not there's actual intermission points at all in the Mystery Labyrinth Rain Code. But yeah, I guess we'll see if this next labyrinth is 10 hours long or not. But it might be the last Rain Code stream. Who knows? We'll have to see.
Fair warning.
That's next week. But yeah, do we have something that we want to play after Rain Code?
Specifically for this time slot.
Yeah.
Let's talk about it, and we can always fill the viewers in on Thursday or Friday.
Yeah, I guess so. All right.
I hadn't thought about it.
This has just been.
I kind of just thought this was the rest of our life.
Yeah, I really did just think, oh yeah, this is just gonna be forever now. But no, it does have to end. And who knows what comes after? We'll take a look at what we got kicking around and see what we can slot into here. If nothing else, I still have 2 Ace Attorney games to go through, as well as there is like 3 more that just released.
Are those remakes or like things you haven't played yet?
They're full remakes.
Of things you've played?
No, it's the. There's 2 more games in the Ace Attorney Apollo Justice collection. Because I played Apollo Justice.
You didn't get through all of. Did you get through all of Apollo Justice, or those are new ones? in
I got
Apollo
through
Justice you haven't
all
played
of Apollo Justice, and I got through the first chapter of whatever the middle game is in that trilogy.
yet? Okay.
But there is the whole of the middle game, and then there's the whole of the third game. As well as there is the Ace Attorney Investigations games. Which is the one that is like, it's the Miles Edgeworth games. I don't know if it's like a mid-quill or like a post-everything games. I think it's a, hey, what was Miles doing in between all the other games? But Ace Attorney could be an option. We'll take a look. We'll see what we got. But yeah, that'll be all for today. Thanks for hanging out, if indeed you're still here. Fucking see ya.
Watch out for stab wounds. Okay, if
Yeah,
it's
yeah.
any vitals, and it's not just a nick. Your goal is not to remove the knife; it's to stabilize the wound and stabilize the weapon in the wound, because the weapon in the wound is keeping all of your organs in place. It's literally pinning them to the rest of your body. You take that out comes all the blood, out comes potentially all the organs if it's a wide enough cut. Don't move it. Stabilize it, hold it, tape it if you have to, whatever you got to do, and get yourself to an ambulance. It's really bad.
Very wise words.
Yeah.
A very good lesson to take away.
Yeah, I mean, the best pro tip is don't let that happen in the first place, right? Stay away from the shady parts down.
The best advice is don't get stabbed.
Don't go walk about in the middle of a foreign country when your dad is taking his girlfriend on a date and you're wondering where the heck they are. Just stay in your hotel room, okay? Don't